I'm a man.
I'm a man.
I'm a man, man.
And I'm man enough.
I'm man enough to enjoy a barrel-proof bourbon.
Neat.
Man enough to cook my steak rare.
Man enough to deadlift 500, then braid the out of my daughter's hair.
You think I'm afraid to rebuild a carburetor? I eat carburetors for breakfast.
I ain't afraid of bears.
That's what bear hugs are for.
I'll tell you another thing I sure as shit am not afraid of. Women.
I'm not afraid of women.
I'm not afraid of women.
They want to control their bodies? I say go for it.
They want to use IVF to start a family? I'm not afraid of families.
They want to be childless cat ladies?
Have all the cats you want.
Woman wants to be president?
Well, I hope she has the guts to look me right in the eye and accept my full-throated endorsement.
Because I'm man enough to support women.
Man enough to know what kind of donuts I like.
Man enough to admit I'm lost, even when I refuse to ask for directions.
Man enough to not ban young women from reading Little Women.
Or one of those pants books that the sisters like.
I'm man enough to raw dog a flight. It sucked. Not worth it.
I'm man enough to be emotional in front of my wife.
In front of my kids.
In front of my horse.
I'm man enough to tell you that I cry at Love Actually.
Good Will Hunting.
West Side Story.
That and Predator.
And I'm sick of so-called men domineering, belittling, and controlling women just so they can feel more powerful.
That's not how my mama raised me.
I love women.
I love women who support their families.
Women who decide not to have families.
Women who take charge.
And I'm man enough to help them win.
Well. That is the subject of today's episode. I wasn't sure how to open this. Sean's running late. He's giving thanks for whatever reason, he's giving thanks for his, I guess we're calling it a country. Sort of no more than a country than my country is, but you know, I guess he can be thankful for that. He's eating pie with his wife or some shit like that. So today we're going to teach you all how to be a man. Sorry, boys. Well, I didn't realize that there was a whole breakdown, and it's like quite timely, in fact, because someone put it on the Discord here. Who posted it on the Discord? George. George did. It was you, George. Let's open this in a browser. In fact, I don't want to get, probably going to just like blow the load before Sean even gets here. Should I message him? I should message him. We're going to have to rewatch that and like do like EFAP. Because there was a lot of material in there. Like this guy eating carburetors for breakfast. That was pretty funny. I've never seen a dude sit like this. Like a straight dude. Anyway, here's some information that someone's dug up on them. You can tell I'm really not good at this when I'm on my own. So maybe I should I don't know. Is anyone else hold a second. I'll be back. Oh wait, look. Thank fuck for that. Some cunt is here already to save me. Please take it away, Sean. I was eating shit hard just now. I was like, yeah, I can do this. I'm like, oh, no, I can't. How the fuck do you do this on your own? How can you talk? I can't stand the sound of my voice to start with. Maybe I should just take the headphones off if I'm doing solo.
What? What's happening?
Yeah, exactly. So we were watching the How to Be a Man, what do they call that? Tutorial, I guess. Posted on TikTok.
Kamala Harris one?
Is there any other?
Look, I want you to know, you and everybody watching, I eat carburetors for breakfast.
Let's just say that.
and of course, they make the fat guy, the fattest fuck possible, be the one to talk about breakfast and eating, because of course you eat carburetors for breakfast, you fat fuck. Look at you.
Dude, I think this is like, when I first saw this, I was like, this is definitely fake. But then I'm like, no, I don't think it is. Then I'm like, but it is.
No, it's been
But it's
confirmed
not
that
like
real.
obviously they're actors. Like that was obvious to start with, but I thought they were like liberal actors, and apparently they are. But so that means the intention of the video is honest and as presented. But
Yeah,
which
because
is
Kamala
cringe
Harris has a
max.
man problem.
Yes.
Has a man
However,
problem. But also, I just want to
I
say
secretly think this is. I think this is a Trump shadow campaign.
it's
If it's
not.
not, it should be. It fucking should be.
Well, maybe it should be, but it's not. But anyways, listen, I just want to say hello, everybody. I'm Sean of Third Railify, and I am joining a little late, a little gay, because it is Canadian Thanksgiving. Hooray for Canada and Thanksgiving! So happy Thanksgiving, Jay, and any other fellow Canadians that end up watching this. My wife put on a tour de force of cooking today. It was amazing.
That's
Oh
nice.
God,
Why are you spending it
roast
here with
beef
me then?
and ham and there was like turnips and squash and sweet potatoes and creamed corn and the greatest stuffing or dressing or whatever that I've ever had in my life. I've lived nearly half of a century and I've never had stuffing this good before. She's like, "Oh, I put sausage in it." I'm like, "What? That's amazing." And it was just it was so good. The whole thing. There was like 10,000 different foods that she cooked and I was just like I could barely get down the fucking stairs.
This
Let
guy
her
here ate it all for breakfast.
Yeah, like yeah, I needed to be, like, rolled across my house like Veruca Salt.
Well, I did mention before that you were giving thanks for your gay country.
Yes, so sorry, running late because Sean is giving thanks for his dumb country. No, you know what I'm more thankful for? I'm more thankful that, you know, that I have my family and that we're doing okay, and that, I don't know, we have the strength to keep on fighting or whatever. Maybe that sounds gay, but that's
Yeah, it
really
does. It sounds incredibly gay. It sounds gayer than this video we're showing. But
but no, that's what it is because I got 4 autistic kids and they're frequently sick. You know the amount of vomit and shit I've cleaned up this week so much, but we're still fighting. We're still going, and I'm grateful that we have this. You know,
that's not gay.
strength and
I
courage for
I
that.
was thinking fighting your government's gay because you've lost. But
Yes,
yeah, fighting your family is great.
but we're fighting to I don't know, just maintain what little we have. Jay
Yeah.
says lasagna, Caesar salad, and garlic toast. Holy fuck, that's amazing. If I were to be executed, that would be in my last meal.
That's pretty good. They're pretty good choices. Lasagna's right at the top there. I make a great lasagna. Like,
Lasagna,
really
Caesar salad,
great.
and garlic toast. That's fucking one of my favorite food combinations.
Every time I make a lasagna, no shit, whoever I'm feeding it to, they'll be like, I make a good one too. And then they make one this next day. They're like, I'm going to make one. I'm going to make a better one. And it's always got way too much fucking cheese. And then no one can eat it. And then it's all a big embarrassing little size. They tip cheese down into the bin. But anyway, that was a little flex over my lasagna. Sounds like a good snack there, Jay. It's like the only thing that I actually make. Anyway, so I figured today we would go into how to be a man because these guys have nicely kicked it off for us, and we're experts on the matter, right?
Well, no, see, that's the thing. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you brought it up because I don't know how to be a man because I'm still working on and figuring out what it is to be a woman. What is a woman?
Whoa, 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 wow.
Just
Calm
saying.
down there.
How can we talk about what it is to be a man if we don't even know what a woman is?
You know that's a contested term.
What, a woman?
Yes. Just be on your behavior, please. Please.
I'm just. I mean, I
this
guess
is
that
Thanksgiving.
Is a little...
You're supposed to be thankful for all the Canadians.
Well, thankful for some.
All of them.
No, not all.
Even Jay.
Well, yes, Jay, but not all.
And Justin.
I mean, some Canadians are real cunts.
Justin too.
No, see?
Anyway. What?
He's one of the ones that are real cunts.
YouTube on @Daniel Clancy. Yeah. Yeah. Why does it not work? It says
I was
it
just on the YouTube one, bringing up the YouTube chat.
Oh, it looks like it works. Is it on Twitter? Is it on the Twitter? Twitter. It's not. Oh, yes, it is. Why doesn't it have that little pink thing on my face?
Little pink thing on your face.
When it says, oh, there it is. Where it says live. See how it says live?
I know a thing or two about a pink thing.
Anyway, let's go back to this because I know you're dying to see the rest of this. Now, where did we leave off? Because I'm just waking up. I'm just having my dirty chai. I try to go live on my own just now, and I'm like, that 10, 15 seconds in, I was like, this was a mistake.
I was watching the clock.
I was going to cut to black, pretend I was busy, but then just secretly wait for you to arrive. And just as I was about to run away, you went, boop.
Well, I needed to eat some apple pie and pumpkin pie with my wife as we watched a little bit of Love Is Blind.
I forget how difficult it is to be live on your own. I mean, VODs are different because you just hit cut it out. You know what I mean? If you flub shit, but
yeah,
my
being
brain
live by
goes,
yourself is I don't know. It's not
fun. I'll put it that way.
Best thing in the world. Some people are really good at it. I'm not brilliant at it. That's why I always have Chris.
If there was like a huge stream of conversation, like chat, like there's always usually one person, which is cool, but so that's some saving grace. But if there was like a stream of people, like 20, 30 people, it's easier. It's much easier because you're talking to them and then they give you shit to talk about. Because God forbid ever doing a plan or prep for a show. I used to do that and then realized I don't have the brain to follow this plan. It doesn't work.
Agreed.
So
Well, I don't even have the time. I have minimal prep time for a show, and like making a thumbnail. I don't have the time for that.
There's been times where thumbnails I've done it on while I'm live. I just start with that one, and then I just create it on the show. I'll let you. That's a good thing. That's a little tradition that we do. Let's go. Let's go through the other little attempts at thumbnails for today. Did you like that? Did you like my little thumbnail attempts? Before we get back into the main event, I don't know what that DC thing that's up in my bedroom. Why did you go quiet? It makes me nervous.
Why did I go quiet?
Yeah.
Because I'm a polite little guest. That's all.
Don't be. I'm relying on you to not be polite and cut in and say as much as possible. Now where did we go? Where did we go from here? Oh, that was the thing I was reading just before. We'll put a pin in that.
I've eaten so much.
I've
eaten so much. Oh my god. I love Thanksgiving and Christmas. Oh my god.
Okay, so here's the other options that I had. There was I asked Grok to do us in I asked it to do us in like gym equipment, doing weightlifting and shit, but wearing tutus. It didn't really come. It took a few attempts, and I'm like, it doesn't really fully look gay enough. So I said, like, literally make them gay. And then I had to put this white dudes for Harris thing. It's a bit not very convincing on that one. This is the first one that came out. I didn't ask for tits. I didn't ask for titties. I didn't. I just said give him. I didn't. I just said give him the LGBT like arm wrist or something, and it came out with titties.
It makes you trans.
And I'm like, that's actually perfect. And then I couldn't get it to recreate it. So I'm just like, oh dear.
Oh, goodness.
But anyway, we went with this one in the end. So to fix the logo up a bit because it's a bit dark there. I mean, it's a bit, there we go. There it is. I think that's a good. I think we picked a good one. Yeah.
I think it was great.
If only we had a good episode to go with it. But like,
That-
oh well,
we'll never
you can
have
only
that.
win some. No, but you can. You can strive for better.
I guess.
Yeah, you could just talk about it.
When is your Thanksgiving coming up?
We don't. Okay, dude, I told you this. We're not thankful people. We don't do that.
I was telling my wife about that, and she's like, "What do you mean they don't have Thanksgiving?" I was like, they don't have a culture. Those Australians.
We don't have a culture, and we're not thankful.
Yeah.
Let's look this up actually, because it feels
You know
like
what?
something-
Australians should be thankful that the British, one, decided to ship them off rather than just fucking execute them.
Now that you mention it, yeah, we've got fuck all to be thankful for on that front. Prisoners. Nah, not really. We were set free, if we didn't die, into a very desolate, dangerous island in the middle of nowhere that turned out to be really pretty in about 200 years after that. Thanksgiving is not a widely celebrated holiday in Australia. Here we go.
When
And
should
it does
it
not
be?
have a huh?
When should it be?
Or what do you mean? When should it be?
Well, okay, so mine.
That implies that it was once an official holiday that is now missing from the calendar.
All right, so theoretically,
Never. It shouldn't be.
it should. So it's not widely spread. So it's narrowly spread.
Yeah, and it would be
When is
directly
it?
imported from US culture, so therefore it'd be like the same as the United States.
But it can't be because Thanksgiving is supposed to be when it's fucking cold and the leaves are falling.
Apparently Christmas is too, but that's not how it goes here. That's
Well,
just
no,
a
because
coincidence
because
that's just
Christmas
a
is-
coincidence of hemispheres, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying Christmas can't because that's the celebration of a man's birth.
What do you mean?
Well, Christmas is fucking Jesus' birthday, right? So that's the
Right.
25th.
No,
Because
it's
you
not.
can't-
That's an arbitrary date.
You
That
can't move
25th
it
of
around.
December didn't even exist then.
Okay, sure. It's not the true date, but that's the date because it's a birth.
Because there's a consensus on that, and we've decided upon that arbitrary date.
Unlike his death, of course, which is a fixed date that moves around.
Yeah, because they're trying to keep it more celestially aligned, I suppose.
But Thanksgiving is basically just like for like the harvest and shit like that. That's one of the reasons why Canada has Thanksgiving. We didn't have pilgrims.
Oh,
and
that
shit,
does make sense that it's tethered to the season then.
right. So when should it be? Like it would be like
I see. Now that you've brought up the practical origins of it, that makes sense.
like my
Okay,
wife and I
so,
were like, looking into it, and
Will
she
it
gets
be
mad.
the same time as whatever your seasons are changing over to now?
We're fall now. So what are you, spring?
Yes, so the same thing for us then.
Wait,
But
are you in
no one
fall?
does it. No one. It's
you're
not a
in
thing
spring.
though.
Are you in spring?
No, we're going into like summer. I don't know what the fuck we are, dude. I don't even know who our prime minister is. Yeah, I do, but like he doesn't matter.
This is the gayest conversation I think we've ever had.
It was one of them.
And we've talked
the
about
topic.
giant statue penis before.
Yeah, because this is boring. Like, hold on. However, there is an exception in the Australian external territory of Norfolk Island. There you go. Little loophole. Thanksgiving is celebrated on the last Wednesday of November, similar to the pre-World War II American observance. This corresponds to November 27th. So soon.
Yours
Additionally-
should be, so your autumn is March till May.
Okay. Additionally, see, the seasons don't even make fucking sense here. It's hot or it's cold.
So anyways, your autumn is March till May. You should probably have it in and around May. January, February, March. Maybe
When do
February.
you guys do daylight savings?
Yeah.
When do you switch? In a few weeks?
I don't
Because we
know.
just switched. like
I
a couple of
don't
weeks
know.
ago or a couple of days ago.
I don't know, but it fucking kills me every time. Daylight savings is the worst thing. I can't wait for us to fucking stop it. It kills me. It kills my kids.
Oh, yeah. Talk about this October surprise on Tim Waltz with the exchange student blowing the whistle on him, raping him allegedly. Yeah, so we brought that up yesterday on Sean's show. I don't buy it, but we'll bring it up. What were we getting into? What was the actual thing about? This is about this gay video, which is not going to have much legs, honestly. The whole video is not. The whole stream's not going to be about how to be a man because obviously we're not very knowledgeable on that. But
well, I mean that's not necessarily true. I mean, I have a beer that's masculine. I have a wife that's masculine. I have children. That's pretty good. We have MAGA hats. That's manly.
Yeah, but I look like an androgyne if I take mine off.
Fabio had long hair too, you know.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, let's just get through this. Wait, can you can't even hear that?
Can't even hear that.
Can't even fucking hear it. This is brilliant. This is going really well.
I'm a man, man.
And I'm man enough.
I'm man enough to enjoy a barrel-proof bourbon.
Neat.
Man enough to cook my steak rare.
Hey, this
Now,
is,
come on.
That guy
Who
is
sits
sitting
like
like
that?
a fag.
Who sits like that? That's the first thing that's screaming. I'm like, no, this is why I'm like, this has to be a Trump thing. If
No,
it's not,
you know what? I have
be.
sat like that. I have sat like that, and I've taken pictures like that. Not because I chose to sit like that, not because I chose to pose like that, but because the photographer specifically sat me down like that. So it's either this guy is a little bit of a Fruit Loop, or the people, the producers, the cinematographers, whoever sat him like that, and they said, "Okay, look, sit like this. Now you look 117% homosexual. Don't move."
It could be both because he is a homosexual. We've later
Probably.
discovered. Well, apparently, anyway. I mean, apparently. The pixels representing him now are gay now. That's how gay this guy is. But anyway, and his wife was canned too. Whose wife? This guy doesn't have one. Anyway, yeah, that was the main thing that I took away from the video. I'm like, okay, they're like cross or tick all the boxes that will make a man cringe. Sitting like this to start with, like telling people how like unafraid of women they are. Put it like this stupid little poses with the thumbs in the pockets, trying to be masculine. It's very funny.
Steak rare.
Man enough to
Trudeau's
deadlift
socks
500
were a
and
man,
break.
it'd be them. That
Do you
guy's
know if a
sitting
dude
like
starts
homo.
talking about if dude starts talking like this to another dude, bench press this and all that, people laugh at them. Like dudes laugh at them. They become the joke of the group. Like you're like it's cringe. This is cringe maxing. And I think that's what I think it was designed for that. Like I'm so like, what's the word? Desensitized now at this point to all this shit on the internet being, because it's all hoax. Everything's fake. At like 70 to 80% of everything you see online, like Twitter, everything, it's fake. It's hoaxed. It's manipulated to like in both directions. In both directions, it's manipulated to support Trump. It's manipulated to support Kamala. It's manipulated to divide between the both. It's even non-political shit. It's all manipulated. It's all fake. All of those dumb rage bait posts where like some Karen is going off at someone how she won't give the fucking debit card back or something. It's all of it. It's always fake. And so when I see something like this, I just assume that it has to be fake because it's only a matter of like 12 hours before it's proven to be so. And come on, like who really falls for this?
Sean says next they're going to say, "I'm a man and $20 is $20."
That's kind of what I was expecting to come up, though. That's how on the nose this is. Like, I'm a man.
braid the out of my daughter's hair.
You think I'm afraid to
Braid the shit out of my daughter's hair.
No, you know
rebuild
what?
the carburetor? I eat carburetors for
No, okay. So listen. I'm a man, and I'm not afraid to braid a little girl's hair. Like,
Sure, but you don't fucking put on a. I'm not saying that's a. I'm not making fun of that. I'm
No,
making
it's
fun
like-
of the fact that he's flexing over it.
it's a thing. It's like, okay, you know how to braid hair. That's great. I'm glad every guy should probably know, as if they have like nieces or daughters or whatever, or a wife that likes her hair braided, how to do it. It's pretty. You know, you got the three, and
It's
you kind
not.
of.
No. I'm. Sorry,
that's
Sean.
how you do it.
As the resident fag on this stream, I'm gonna have to say no. Guys do not need to. And I have long hair. All right, really long, longer than most
No, it's
women.
nice.
And you do
So,
not need to know how to braid. I still
It's nice
fucking
to
don't. I can
know.
do the 2-chord one, but I've never been dexterous enough as like a 10-year-old girl. I don't know how they've ever been able to do it, and
I
it's
don't know how
never
to do
been
that.
required in
That's
my
what
life.
the dad does. It put it in a little braid. But the point is, it's not a flex. Being like, I'm a man.
Yeah,
I can
exactly.
braid the
That's
shit.
what
Like,
makes it cringe. That's the cringe part. It's not the fact that he does it to his, which he doesn't have a little girl.
It's supposed to be a thing that you have quietly tucked under your hat, and then when you pull it out, all of a sudden you're braiding your niece's hair or something. Like, oh, let me fix that braid for you. Do and done. And everyone looks at you and they're like, holy shit, he's got fucking hidden talent. That's what that is. It's not a
hidden.
flex.
That's why it stays hidden
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
or concealed. Not hidden. You don't like hide it, but like it's concealed until you need it. You don't fucking put it in a Kamala ad as a virtue of manliness.
Man, you gotta see the gut on me right now.
I
Holy
ain't afraid
shit.
of bears.
That's what bear.
I look
I
like I'm
believe
eating
you.
carburetors for breakfast.
I believe you. I definitely believe you. Like a knife. Hold on. If you didn't chop her up, I don't know what you guys are talking about in the fucking chat.
Bear hugs are war.
I'll tell you another thing I sure as shit am not afraid of. Women.
I bet he is though. Like this looks like a guy that is afraid of women.
Who's
And these are the
afraid of
people-
women?
This guy.
But I mean, realistically, in real life, who's afraid? I mean, the gays aren't, because the gays aren't interested.
Some
The-
of them
the
are. Some of them it's funny. Some gays are scared of women, but like most of them, no. They're mostly really good friends, I suppose. Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah,
But,
I mean, even
um,
the incels aren't afraid of women.
yeah. No, I was gonna say incels, but they are a little bit.
No, they're not afraid enough to kill them.
Whoa,
En masse.
whoa! What? How do we get to that?
Well, that's what incels do.
No, they don't.
What are you
I
talking
mean,
about?
there might be overlap there, but
Yeah, I mean,
that doesn't.
let's
That's
be
not.
honest.
That's
if,
not the definition of an incel, is
if
it?
murder, no, it's not. But if murder and incel were a Venn diagram,
And
it'd
you're gonna
be-
bring. Yeah, it'd be a big overlap, sure, but like it's not.
it'd be a
it's not the-
perfect circle. No, I'm kidding.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. How many? You sure you know incels that haven't murdered people? I guarantee it. In your own life,
I don't actually.
I bet you do, and you just don't know.
I don't. I don't think
You
I
do,
know.
and you just don't know. Just in the
That's
same
what
way we all know pedophiles. Can I say that? And we just don't know.
I don't think I know any incels.
Hmm. I mean, I've got a pretty small circle these days, so
I
Well,
mean,
I've definitely met
my
incels.
circle is like fucking tiny. So I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just you
Look,
guys.
I've definitely met them before, but maybe they will go on to do this thing. I don't know. Maybe it will become a perfect circle. What the fat dude did to little girls. How did we get into this? This is supposed to be light and funny. And now we're just talking about chopping up little girls. I don't know. This always goes down into the dark depths of
That's
shit.
because it's us. You and me bring it out in the chat. Women in general, no Hillary Clinton on
So
the
now
other hand,
Hillary Clinton's
like
come
real
up in the
life.
chat. So it's rapidly gone out.
I'm not afraid of women.
I'm not afraid of women. They want to control their bodies. I say go for it.
They want to use IVF to start a family? I'm not afraid of families.
They want to be childless cat ladies?
Have all the cats you want.
Woman wants to be president?
Well, I hope she has the guts to look me right in the eye and accept my full-throated endorsement.
What a choice of words.
This guy knows about a full throat, doesn't he?
So does she. Now, like, I'm telling you, this has to be like the choice of words and the way he's sitting and the shit they're saying. It's just too far to be legitimate. Now, we've obviously discovered they're actors, and there's a nice little backstory for all of them, but I'm calling bullshit on that too. I think those backstories are part of the hoax.
So just so people know, full-throated means produced or expressed with the full power of the voice, loud and powerful.
I just got rebound of coffee up my nose. Fucking. Anyway. Yo, what's up? What's up?
Hey, Katie, how you doing?
What's
Katie,
up?
I sent you a thing in what's that fucking app we use? In Telegram.
Telegram? Discord?
Yeah. No, in Telegram. Whenever I come across the death penalty story, I send it to her because we're peeps like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm man enough to support women.
Man enough to know what kind of donuts I like.
Man
He's
enough to admit
That's a
I'm
shot at
lost,
JD
even when I
Vance, just so you know.
What?
I'm
The
man
donut.
enough to he's like, I'm a man enough to know. I know I missed the stream. But I sent Chris.
What are you
to
What are you saying? What are you? Hold on. What are you trying to say? Which part is a bit at JD Vance?
Okay, so the
donut
guy's
thing.
like, I'm man enough to know what donuts I like. That's a shot at JD Vance because JD Vance did a thing where he walked into a donut shop and he's like, I don't know, just give me fucking 12 of whatever donuts. I don't give a shit. And so they're teasing
really
him.
scraping hard, aren't they?
So they're teasing him because he didn't go in and being like, yes, I would like 3 Boston cream donuts. I want 2 honey crullers. I want 1 chocolate dipped, and I want a Dutchie and an old fashioned.
Oh wow! So he's not like a fucking regular fatty.
So he went
so
in and be like, I
terrible.
don't know, give me fucking 12 of whatever you got. Like I don't give a shit.
I would. It's not, that's what I would do, and then I give all 12 of them to other people because
And
I
then,
don't like them. I think they're horrible food.
So he's like, I'm not afraid to know what donuts are like. JD Vance doesn't give a shit about donuts. It's not that he's not man enough to know donuts. He doesn't eat carburetors for breakfast, so he's not the size of a fucking house.
See, if that's as far as they have to scrape down low to get at this guy, hold on, I'm gonna. Whoa, jeez, hold on. Phone call. Hello.
I wish I could do a David Attenborough impression right now because I'd be like, I'd be like, and here we have the Australian bloke receiving a phone call, a new technology to the land down under. Oh goodness, I don't have control of his. I don't have control of his screen. Oh, but I can do this. Yes, Katie, I did miss the stream last week. I think I sent Chris to you. Hopefully that worked out. I don't remember. What did I do? I think I was tired. Was I sleeping? I don't know. But anyways, hello everybody. This show is a shit show, and that's okay. I think. Let's find something entertaining for you guys to watch. But in the meantime, how are you guys doing? How is everyone doing? What do we have here? We have Sean, when you hop from one account to the other account, I lose track. We have Oh, the Indian. Do not redeem. Do not redeem. Yeah. What do you guys?
I
wanna
promise
play
I am
this.
here. I just need to make an emergency phone call.
Listen here, ghost voice. You pipe down. In fact, ha! It's my show now. What about this right here? Present, screen share. Also, I want everybody to know that my stream's coming up in the next couple weeks. I'm ending my StreamYard because I was paying $10 a month, and then for like the bare minimum package or whatever, it was good. It was good enough. And then all of a sudden, they're like, "Hey, listen, we understand that you're poor and are on the poor people package, but we've decided to give you dark mode. And because we've given you dark mode, we'll be charging you $50 a month. It's going to be great. It's going to be exciting." I was like, "Yes, but I'm on the poor people's package. I can only do poor. I can't do wealthy because $50 a month times 12. What's that? 50 times 12. I can't pay $600. If I could pay $600, well, let me tell you, I'd be verified on Twitter, and I don't know. I'd probably have better things. I'd have a better background. I'd have better stuff. Oh, Gail, hello, darling. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, this. Let's listen to this. And then I want you guys to tell me what you think.
And here's the thing. It makes you wonder. Why does his staff want him to hide away? One must question. Are they afraid that people will see that he is too weak and unstable to lead America? Is that what's going on? And here's the thing. It makes you wonder.
All right, so this clip here, we have hang on, where's these cameras? I do this one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's reasonable. This clip here, we have Kamala Harris being like, "Oh, Donald Trump is hiding away. Donald Trump is hiding in the basement. I wonder why. He must be weak." All of a sudden, out of the blue, the clear blue sky, Kamala Harris has a problem with Donald Trump hiding in the basement. The basement is a bad strategy, and the only people that do it are bad. Well, if I recall correctly, Joe Biden had his entire 2020 campaign or whatever in the basement, hiding away, and then his 2024 campaign was hiding in the basement right up until the time he got fucking nuked, right? So that's fine though. But now Donald Trump has no reason to debate this bitch. No reason. He's fucking winning by a country goddamn mile, and debating her would actually only bring him down potentially. I mean, unless he nuked her from orbit as well. But she's so desperate. And so for her to be like, "Oh, he's hiding away," the fucking hypocrisy. Maybe I'm just an old-fashioned country bumpkin, and that's entirely possible, but hypocrisy is like my red button. I'll tolerate all kinds of shit, but hypocrisy makes me so fucking mad. So for her to be like, "Oh, he's hiding away," bitch, you haven't even had a press conference yet, and only in the last week or two are you actually doing interviews. You're not really like sitting down with a whole lot of media. You're going on a podcast about blowjobs and shit like that. Her first interview with CNN, she had her emotional support dog, Tim Walz, beside her. And it was 18 minutes. It was like 45 minutes or an hour long. And then they had to whittle it down. Donald Trump doesn't whittle a goddamn thing. So she had to whittle it down to 18 minutes. Like, and she's going to be like, "Oh, Donald Trump is hiding." Fuck this bitch. Okay, and some of you are saying that there was a terrorist or an attempted shooting, assassination attempt. It wasn't an assassin. It wasn't an attempt on his life. It was a Trump supporter who had guns. I mean, that sounds reasonable, right? A Trump supporter who had guns in California. These guns, because of the Second Amendment, shall not infringe, shall not, being the operative part there, shall not. I guess he didn't have his guns registered for California or whatever. And again, shall not infringe kind of means fuck your gun laws, because your gun laws are stupid. They're infringing. So this Trump supporter, he went there and they found his guns, and they're like, "Oh my God, he's got guns!" Yeah, no shit. And so I guess a lot of people actually know this guy, and they said no, he's not an assassin. He's like a conservative fella. He's like a reporter, and I guess he just did some like big breaking story that exposes the deep state, and it's speculated that maybe the deep state is getting a little bit of payback.
I'm little.
Yes, you are, my son.
What did you do to the show? What happened?
I do nothing. Why are you so little?
It's not about little. It's not about.
It's not
fagly men
about
anymore,
size,
is it?
okay? I can use it just fine.
What were you talking about though? This is kind of a fun little setup.
You're about you're about as large as about this John Deere combine harvester right here.
Mm.
Right,
Yeah.
let's bring it back. Boom.
Oh, I saw
Nice.
Camilla on the screen just before.
That's masculine right there. Blah, masculine.
Was it?
I guess.
See,
according to these guys.
we can teach you how to do it.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
like
that's
this.
right. I'm showing this.
Blah.
Use the
Yeah,
app for directions.
Man enough to not ban young women from reading Little Women.
I don't. What does that mean? Reading little young, not
Okay.
man enough to.
So what he's saying is, I'm a man. I'm a man's man, and I'm not gonna ban girls, young human girls, from reading the novel Little Women. I don't think Little Women is on the banned.
book's called?
I don't know if I'm pretty sure Little Women isn't on the banned books list. I think it's the child pornography that the creep are fucking putting is on the banned. I mean,
Bring the asteroid.
Or one of those
Oh wait, he is the asteroid. Yeah.
pants books that the sisters like.
I'm man enough to raw dog a flight.
Hold on. What's he raw dogging?
a flight. Well, he also probably another man, but a flight. Oh my God, it's a man named
What
Flight.
does that mean?
Raw dog a
Raw
flight?
dogging a flight. What does that mean?
Okay, so raw dogging a flight is
I'm not manly enough to know this, so
apparently not. Apparently not. So raw dogging a flight is when you go into a flight and you don't have anything to distract your time. No movies, no phone, no headphones, nothing. You just sit in your seat and you just stare ahead.
People,
and
that's a fucking achievement of endurance
and you
now, is it?
experience the
How weak are people? Like, they never got on a train, had to stand next to stinky cunts.
Yeah. Also, I just want to point out that I love Gail. I don't know Gail personally.
Gail's one of the best people in our chat,
but
always.
I fucking love Gail. I just want to throw that out there. I bet Gail's hot too.
Sean flirts with literally any woman that comes into the chat.
I flirt. It's true. Not every woman.
Yeah, every single one.
Not everyone.
If he can confirm that you are a woman, he will.
No, I don't.
If he
I don't
sees a
flirt. I don't
picture-
flirt with Katie anymore.
Not anymore. No, but you see what I'm going with. You see where I'm getting at. It's just your
Gale says, "Are you
icebreaker.
pandering now?"
He even flirted with my mum.
I did. No, Gail, I'm not pandering to you, but I'm just saying the fact that you like send us things like stories and little things. It's like you're like a super cool producer behind the scenes offering extra content or context to a story, and that's great. That's why I'm saying I love you and you're the best. Because
We've got a new.
any one of these other cunts in chat could do it, but they don't. Only you do because you're the best.
We've got a doesn't matter here. Why are Republicans so weird? Well, I can't argue with that. Like the Republicans are pretty weird, but they're not in any realm even close to as weird and disturbed as what people consider to be the other side.
What is weird? What's the definition of weird?
Let's have a look.
What is that?
Let's have a look at weird.
Well, I mean, like, what is weird? Like, I mean,
Strikingly odd or unusual, especially in an unsettling way.
I mean,
Suggestive
I thought,
of the supernatural.
I don't know. I thought
of or relating to fate of or the fates. Yeah, that's less applicable.
is that a compliment?
first.
Because because who wants to be stodgy and the same?
Come on, don't.
You know
No,
what I mean?
it's not. It's not a compliment. Obviously, it was delivered in the intention of being a sick burn. But like these people
Well,
think
sure,
like
I
fucking children,
understand.
so-
No, but here's the thing, like the whole thing where like the progressives, the left are like, oh my god, they're so weird. They said
I don't know
so
if someone
much.
comes in here wanting to make fun of the GOP, Republicans, whatever you want to call them. Go for it. I'm not that. I don't align with that.
Sure, I'm not a Republican, but I'm just saying that the left said it so much that a lot of leftists were you know why they stopped saying it? Because a lot of leftists were like, hey, that's not fair because we're weird. That's our thing. You're taking our thing away from us.
Haha, guess what happens when you fuck around with definitions? Nothing means anything anymore.
He's Australian and I'm Canadian.
What do you align with?
He's Australian, I'm Canadian.
Things that fucking actually can be proven. Being able to afford things, not going to war that just enriches a single complex of what do they call it? Consortiums and shit like that. What do I stand for? What do I align with? In terms of political parties, I don't know if I do have a political party, and I don't think most people do.
Political parties suck.
Yeah, I mean the whole paradigm is a bit of a trap, in the sense that it's there to hold on.
Do you fuck with the war?
So not on this podcast, no, and in fact, not even.
I hate.
No,
I don't like the war.
Not really. Like sometimes I'll make commentary on what I think about the Russo-Ukraine war, but in terms of the Israel-Gaza thing, I don't touch that. I do not touch it. I don't claim to understand. I don't care. I don't claim to care. That's the main thing. I know a lot of people really do claim to really give a shit, and they're lying. So I'm not about that. I don't want to do that. I just want to stick to things that are apparently obvious and real. And I just want to get away from everything that's fake, because like everything is fucking a lie and fake.
It's all fake and gay. But you know what? Currently, like a lot of people will talk about how complex the war in the Middle East is, and it was really, really complex right up until a little while ago. It's so straightforward right now that Israel wants a war and nobody else does.
It seems that way. I mean, that's what seems apparent.
Yeah,
that seems very like clear to me. But like again, I don't care.
Israel wants a wider. Well, I mean, I do care because I don't want a war. Because what happens is
you don't have to have one. They can have
Canadian money gets sent to it, and I don't want that. Canadian weapons get sent to it, and I don't want that.
It wouldn't be right, and they could just fight their fucking war, have their little tantrum, fine, do what you want. But I'm not paying for that. Isn't that the ideal outcome here?
Yeah, I don't want to pay for it.
I mean, the ideal outcome is they don't have a war, but like, why are we the decision makers on that? because we're paying for it. But yeah, but like, and I say we because yes, that includes all of the Commonwealth fucking countries as well that toe the line with NATO, even though they're not part of NATO.
Sarbal right in the middle.
So right in the middle of this sandbox and move on at this point.
Wait, he was indicted on corruption charges and kicked out? No, who is this? Who is he?
Kicked out of, I don't know, doesn't matter. I'm not sure exactly who you're talking about. Are you talking about he might be talking about Netanyahu.
Bibi's a bad guy, 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
like I'm sure Israeli people are fine human beings. The Israeli government sucks, but then again, I hate all governments.
Yeah, I'm certainly no pro-Israel guy. Definitely not.
Yeah, he's a bad
I do
dude.
find it odd that a lot of people that like aren't even Jewish or have any sort of real links to it are. To be honest, this is the fucking most I've ever got into this discussion.
Yeah, well, and we're not going that deep. It's just
we're not going to go that
stuff.
deep because I just like it's fraught with issues. But
so what Bibi did to Israel during the pandemic was probably the worst on the planet. And
yeah, they mandated like 4 or something, wasn't it?
It was
before
like
they stopped doing that.
It was like it was the worst on the planet. And I think that they wanted to like bring him up on like something else or whatever. And so the various conspiracies that October 7th was a lie hop, a let it happen on purpose. I mean, it holds there's some weight there, but he wants the moment that the war ends, there's got to be an election, and he doesn't want that. Much like Zelensky in Ukraine, they literally, for their own survival, literally and politically, they have to extend the war. So Israel wants as much war as possible. Although I think after this last attack, they realized that oh shit, Iran has a lot more in the way of weapons than we thought they did.
Oh wait, here we're talking about the COVID casualties here. So Israel only had 12,000 deaths with about 4.8 million cases. These things are really too like multivariant to correlate just down to one thing like that, though. Like the hold on, we're on YouTube, so I can't really go into this, can I? I don't know what the rules are anymore.
I don't touch it on YouTube.
Yeah, I can't get into the specifics of this. But it didn't work. It didn't work, and it's proven to be so. They may have gone down really hard on other things, and there may have been other adjacent things that contributed to this number, or maybe they're just a different society. Like that could be enough.
They're a healthier society. They had they have like way less in comorbidities.
Yeah, they've got different genetics. They've got different everything. Not everything, but you know what I mean. Like they've got different way of eating. There's a whole lot of factors that go into these things, but I don't want to get into that kind of stuff.
Do you know that like Heinz ketchup isn't allowed to be called ketchup in Israel because it doesn't contain the proper percentage of tomatoes?
Well, I got bored halfway through that. Sorry.
What the fuck? Okay, so in Israel, because we're saying like they're likely a more healthy group of people.
No, it's happening again. I'm bored. Sorry.
What the hell?
Let's go on with this.
Do you need heroin or something?
I'm man enough to be emotional in front of my wife.
In front of my kids.
In front of my horse.
See, now that's a fucking in front of the horse. Why is he going straight? This is a bit. This is definitely a bit. Why would he mention the horse and look at it like that and talk about getting emotional in front of it?
I don't know, Brokeback Mountain. I have no idea.
Horses.
Cowboys?
Horses. How have horses become topical this election season? Who did that?
Well, I mean,
wow. Why? Who are they attached to?
The meme about
How are you missing this?
Well, I guess the Tim Walz jerking off a horse.
Right. There's so many more fucking like. There's so many more cheeky links to dig at the Democrat Party than there are at the Republican Party in this particular ad. It's such a self-own that I think it's designed to be.
Oh, I don't know.
And everyone's just taking the surface level interpretation of it, thinking, this is just so cringe and blah, blah, blah. But like, I think it's a bit of, because people are smarter than this. Like,
maybe
they are. Like, they're not, I'm not saying as a whole, but there are people out there, the people that create things and put them up are generally smarter than this. The public are quite dumb. There's a big, huge swath of the public that's really dumb and will only like get the surface level of things. But I don't know. I just refuse to believe that with all the clever comedy that we used to have, that now all of a sudden we're just incapable of producing or understanding it. Everything's just got so surface level now.
I think we're more and more incapable, if I'm honest.
I think I just think we're unwilling. And it's laziness. We're not incapable. Because you can go back. If we were incapable, then none of the old shit would make sense anymore. But it does.
Maybe.
And it's refreshing and it's great. And it's like, why can't things be like this anymore? Because everything's fake and gay now. Anyway, let's just get through this.
I'm man enough to tell you that I cry at Love Actually.
Good Will Hunting.
West Side Story. That and Predator.
And I'm sick of soap.
Why do you call Predator? What's sad about Predator?
I cried in The Notebook.
I don't know what that is.
And The Land Before Time.
I think if you've watched The Notebook, you're automatically not a man. Hey, we've covered it. We've fixed it.
Do you think Trump should release his medical records given he's 78 years old and shitting his pants in the middle of his rally last week? I don't know about him shitting his pants last week.
I'm curious to know if you actually believe that he is a feeble old man. Do you actually believe these talking points that you're saying?
But yeah, he should. Sure he should. Of course he should.
Yeah, I agree. But like, I'm curious to know if this, because I see this doesn't matter here is trying to come in with multiple different attack vectors of the leftist persuasion. Maybe trying to rattle us or get some insight. I'm not sure. They're not too aggressive with it, so I don't mind. But
no, it's classy trolling.
Yeah, it's classy.
I have a broad named.
But I'm just curious to know if they actually believe these positions or if it's just an endurance test. Because these positions that they're holding, like no one was really questioning Trump's mental acuity until it became a question of Joe Biden.
He rambles like a dementia patient. And you know what? The thing that I find interesting about that is all of a sudden, the left now is like, oh, listen to him speak. He rambles like a dementia patient.
But it doesn't have any resemblance to a dementia patient.
But only now that Joe Biden isn't running, all of a sudden they are willing to talk about dementia.
Yes, but again, the things that were obviously the things that were people were just saying Joe Biden was feckless until it became a point of his physical gait changed. He was displaying all of the telltale signs of actual dementia.
Yeah.
To the point where medical professionals are coming out and being like, okay, now I don't want to like this argument from authorities being destroyed in the last few years. Medical professionals have told us a lot of shit that's fake in the last few years. So maybe that's a bad thing to cite, but it got to the point where it was undeniable. Okay. It was a completely different thing. And it's like Sean says, to suddenly be concerned about these things now, as if it never was an issue 2 minutes ago, is entirely disingenuous.
Yeah, why do you...
And don't believe that. If you really asked yourself, you really questioned yourself on a number of these leftist talking points that you've attempted to come in with, then I think you would find that most of them don't hold any weight. The war thing's different. I mean, that's something that transcends time. And you were talking about one of the oldest conflicts on Earth, literally millennia, that patch of Earth has been fought over. So
yes, about 2,000 years.
Yeah,
Maybe even
probably
before that.
longer. Probably longer. Yeah, I mean, the Jewish calendar is like the Hebrew calendar or whatever it is, 5,000 years old and still running. So, like, it's the oldest calendar on Earth. There is some history there.
They say,
Yeah.
okay, you got me. I'm just here to troll. Okay, and maybe you
Well,
are, but you're doing it
that was
classy.
yeah,
You're doing it classy.
it was interesting. It was interesting. Keep trolling.
Yeah, I mean, you're not like necessarily breaking rules. You're doing it classy, and that's good. That's actually respect to you for doing it that way.
No, don't leave. You don't leave. Don't leave. Do you want to put politics aside and talk drone warfare? I don't know. If you can
Drone
make it
warfare?
interesting.
What about
If you can
drone
make it
warfare?
interesting and it's not banned on YouTube to fucking talk about, because everything is now.
So-called
Drone-
men domineering, belittling, and controlling women just so they can feel more powerful.
That's not how my mama raised me.
I love women.
I love women.
I love women.
I love women. So convincing.
I love women.
Like, me too. I love women almost more than anything.
I love women who support their families.
Women who decide not to have families.
Women who take charge.
And I'm man enough to help them win.
Win what?
The White House. Okay, we got through it, guys. We know how to be a man now.
So do you think that Democrats don't love women? Yes.
Well, they actually, it's worse than that. They're actively trying to erase them as all of the trans community screams, "You're erasing us."
Yeah. So
The very thing that they're doing to women, and after they've already tried to do it to men, but it didn't really work.
a lot of women fought very long and very hard to get certain rights. Some of those rights, let's be honest here, they don't deserve. Not the way that they got them. Because, well, let's say the draft is only for men, and that shouldn't be that way. Either draft men and women, or nobody at all. But that's besides the point. Women fought long and hard for a whole lot of rights, and now all of a sudden they find themselves fighting again for the same rights because men slapped on some lipstick, threw on a wig, and they were like, "Hello, world, I'm a woman." And so now they're getting the shit kicked out of them in sports, in the locker room, in prison. Like, I mean, is nothing fucking sacred?
No, it's all they're deliberately going after all the sacred things.
Well, yes, they are.
It's by design. And there were men like you in the way of those women, just like with trans people right now. Hold on. I get a bit confused with what the context of these comments are. Like, so that's tied to what you were just saying, was it? Yeah. Are you talking about getting the vote? There were men in the way. But yeah, but who gave them the right to do that? It was men who were making the decisions. Huh?
Men did. But the thing is, do you know how many women did not want the right to vote? Most of them, in fact. Because with the right to vote, you had to be, for example, a member of the volunteer fire brigade.
And I also don't understand, like, just like with trans people can vote. What do you mean? What do you mean?
There were more women getting in the way of women.
There were conservative men in the way of women getting that vote. I mean,
they did it. I'm not making up history. I'm not pivoting. More women didn't want, because they were like, "Hey, listen, I have a whole bunch of responsibilities that I have to do, like be a part of the fire brigade, the volunteer fire brigade, and I don't want that." And then they got the right to vote, and somehow they didn't get any of the responsibility, and they were like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess this is fine." It's never been fair, ever. So if you're gonna get the right to vote, you gotta do the other shit too.
Krieger started it. Klinger started it in the TV show MASH, but he made it.
God. And as Gail's saying, like 60s propaganda sent women to work simply so they could double the tax revenue. Like, no wonder women are so unhappy as a whole nowadays.
I mean, there was a drive to destroy the nuclear family. That seems fairly clear. Because it's, it was also when the welfare state started and target black families the most. Hold on, and we got women entered the workforce in World War II, and when the men were gone, and when men came back, they were kicked out of those jobs.
Oh, yes. My favorite example of women in World War II is Rosie the Riveter.
Hold on, can we address this claim? Were they kicked out of all the jobs? They must have been, because you can't just, you know what I mean? They must have been.
Probably, I don't know.
But they had at that stage thus entered the workforce. Just like any other man gets kicked out of his job if you're a temporary employer, if you're like a temp, the expectation is that your employment will cease at a certain point. Sometimes that is determined already. Sometimes that could be at any moment. So, like things like maternity leave, people fill in for that. You would go in and take a job for 6 months or whatever with the option to extend. These things exist already for men, and we're subject to the conditions of losing our jobs just in the same way that women were then. And so it's really not a disadvantage. It's not an extra. Thereafter they remained in the workforce in some capacity, right?
Doesn't matter. Do you know the story of Rosie the Riveter? Do you know what happened to her?
Nope.
Because I'm sure you do. You're obviously quite intelligent, so you obviously know that shortly after she took that, and her name wasn't even Rosie. I don't even think she was a riveter. But after she took that we can do it photo with her arm like this or whatever, do you know? Only a matter of a couple weeks after that, she was like, "Fuck this shit, fuck this work. I'm going back to do girly stuff," because they didn't want to do it.
But like that was news or what? Something was it?
What?
But how did we know about this?
Well, he says that I probably only graduated high school. I mean, God, that was a long fucking time ago.
He could be talking about both of us, but to be fair, he's using words like chauvinistic, so that's pretty funny.
I guess.
I'm assuming it's a he because it's an episode on how to be a man. But but are you a he or a she? Doesn't matter. You don't have to answer, or are you non-binary?
I wonder who this person is, though. Because
is that true? Is what true? I wish there was more of a tether between these comments and what, because it seems like more of a don't dare assume my gender. I like this guy. I like him.
You know the interesting part about them is that
I can't tell if they're trolling or not. Like, if
no, it is, and let me tell you why. Their name doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter what their name is, because this channel was created October 13th, 2024.
Oh, yesterday. Oh, today, because that's your dates. Yeah.
Today.
Yeah,
probably.
Here, but
my bet is within the last, I don't know, hour and 9 minutes.
I was asking if it's true if you only finished high school.
No, man, I graduated college with honors.
If it was the government wanting that tax revenue back, I don't know what we're talking about anymore. This is supposed to be like how to be a man.
We got into like now at this point.
Yeah. We're just doing it back and forth with doesn't matter here. Who I've come to quite enjoy.
Yeah, man, I graduated college with honors. That's what I did. I'm actually quite smart. I mean, I may play.
I believe you.
I might play the role of a bumbling fool, but that's only the role I play.
Okay, so we had as a follow up on this little thing. Here's the guy explaining. Here's the guy explaining what all the actors are about. I think. Where is it? Share screen. Oh man, add share. Okay.
Have you seen the most cringe?
I can't go past this one. You're a Tucker Carlson. Yes, the CIA did kill Kennedy.
So you're a Tucker
Play
Carlson. What does that mean?
There's many different connotations that can come with that if you're a retarded lefty.
Like I don't even know what that means. Am I? I don't know. I'm not really am I a what is he, a pundit? A journalist? I'm not a journalist.
Yeah, he's more of a pundit these
Seeing
days.
political
But he's
ad?
not a pundit because he's not a professional in anything other than talking.
I don't know. He's a talking head. I don't know. I guess I'm a talking head. Like, I guess.
Yeah.
Ever made? Well, if you've seen the new Be a Man for Harris ad, I think you have. Let me show you a little snippet. Don't worry. I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing.
Because we've just done it.
I'm a man, and I'm man enough. I'm man enough to enjoy a barrel-proof.
All right, jump to this fella's
Man
opinion.
enough to cook. You think I'm afraid of?
Doubt that you do. So,
I eat carburetors for breakfast.
yeah, I certainly don't doubt that you do. So this video would lead you to believe that Kamala Harris is able to get a diverse group of men in every aspect to support her, when really, they're just all woke actors. Like, really woke. For example, this dude, this is Mike Leffingwell. He lives in LA and works for an organization called the Upright Citizens Brigade. It's basically like a super woke improv group. He's a cartoon writer for Netflix and DreamWorks. So I don't know what the fuck he's doing on a ranch. The thing he's done that he's most proud of is an improv act called Two Dumb Lawyers. He also runs improv workshops on how to be honest about your white privilege.
Oh,
So yeah,
God.
that's this man.
Oh.
And this guy, who for some reason is sitting in the 5th grade glamour shot pose. Like he
Yeah.
should be like a
That's what that is.
superimposed faded image of just his face here. At least that's how the pictures looked when my sisters did it. This is Waylon McQueen, who also works at the Upright Citizens Brigade. He is a failed comedian and actor who does improv about exclusively woke topics. And then we get to this guy. He's actually Lanre Ndewu, who does like trashy horror flicks. Weirdly enough, he also said he braids his daughter's hair, but he doesn't have any
one?
children. That's kind of
Nice.
weird. We also
And you wouldn't have had kids. Tucker Carlson, heir to the Swanson fortune, multimillionaire, which he doesn't hide at all, and goes on TV to trick poor people into conservative talking. Where's the trick?
Why
What's the
can't
trick?
I'm interested in the poor people. What do you mean by poor people? Can't he trick rich people into conservative talking points? Why is the word poor in there at all? Can he
Because this
trick
person's
me?
classist.
I wonder if
way they
he's
think.
referring to black people.
Well, hold on. You've just put words in there that weren't there.
Well, no, because leftists are racist as shit.
Yeah, but he didn't go there yet.
No,
He's being
only-
classist at the moment. We'll pull him out
sure,
on that.
classist. But
I don't see any evidence of being racist yet. I may suspect,
but
I haven't seen any evidence yet.
Could middle class people, because Kamala's middle class, from fucking Westmount, Quebec, a high-end neighborhood.
Oh, did you see the interview with? Speaking of Tucker Carlson, actually, last night I saw a fucking. There's a woman. His latest episode on his podcast, which I don't watch that often unless he's got an interesting guest on, because his long form podcasts are a bit boring, but some of them are really good. So there was one chick that like an attorney that was like in the same circles as Kamala for the past 25 years or so, and she was just basically dishing out all of the dirt on her and like her rise to fame. It was a really good episode. I watched the whole thing from start to finish. What is it? Hold on. Let me just find it because it's worth mentioning. Tucker Carlson. And it'll probably like upset this. But yeah. Hamid Dillon. Hamid.
Okay.
I'll put the thing in the chat anyway. Here's the link. This chick here. She basically just goes and explains all because she worked with Kamala back in the day, and all of that sort of stuff. Not with her, but like, you know, basically just spelled out all of how she just basically fucked her way to the top and got paid triple what everyone else was getting, and all of her jobs were made by appointment through Willie Brown, and basically she's never done anything in the private sector ever in her entire life, and she doesn't have any merit to stand on in any capacity. Like, there's nothing that she's known for being good at. Nothing.
Yeah, there was that,
and she's never had any merit ever. Like,
there was
ever.
that report that I forget who it was.
I was kind of shocked at how bad it was. I knew it was bad, but like I didn't think it was like she's that empty.
People she went to school with were talking about how in like a class or whatever they took an IQ test or something, and then she didn't realize it was an IQ test. She just thought it was a test or whatever. So when she came up bragging about like how she got like 80 some odd percent, 85% or something, how she did so good on the test, and then they're like, no, it's an IQ test, and she's like, I don't know what. And then she went like, what? And then she went like, she went like really quiet.
Low.
And then she came back like the next day, and she came back the next day bitching about how it wasn't fair because she was tired and stressed and didn't have her coffee, and making all excuses why she didn't do so good or something.
85 is not good.
85 is not
85
good.
85 is concerning because it's below average.
100 is
low.
Actually no. You know what?
The average has gone down.
100 used to be average, and the average has dropped to 95 now.
Yeah, because of because people have literally got measurably dumber, which is
because
insane.
the pandemic fucked not just a
well, I think the pandemic was just I think that was a trigger point. I think that should have been downgraded before that already, if they were being really honest.
You know what? I'm actually afraid to take an IQ test. I'm afraid because once upon a time I took one, and it said that it was 130, and I was so proud of that. If I were to take it again, I'm terrified that it would be significantly less.
It will be, because that's obviously not real.
What are you talking about? It's not real.
30 is insanely high.
No, it's not. It's a little high.
No, it's quite high. It's really high.
What are you talking about? A lot of people have like IQs of 160.
No, they don't. They say they do, but they don't. So, for example, Einstein had an IQ of around about 130 something, I believe. It wasn't much higher than that. These numbers are extremely bloated.
Oh.
So, like, I'm sure you do have a higher intelligence quotient, but like, it won't be 130. I did one when I was a kid too, which got something ridiculous, like 140 something. I'm like, okay, this isn't real.
I see. I knew
it's
you
not
were
real.
Smart.
It's not real. They're not real numbers. Because when you go and when you try and look up like Mensa certified and all these other people that have recorded IQs, famously recorded IQs that don't deviate throughout the literature, it's like frequently cited as being a specific number or within a specific range. It's nowhere near what we think we're getting in our score.
Yeah,
so
Flipper says his is also 130, and 140 and above is considered a genius.
I'm pretty sure it was 130 and above is considered genius. 130. 120 is
I'm not a genius,
average.
but I know I'm quite clever.
115 is high.
I know I'm quite clever.
110 is considered above average, and 100 is about average, but it used to be. 140 is above. Let's look this up, because I want to be, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. Ultimately it doesn't really matter, but at the end of the day, my problem is ADHD. I could be 200 IQ. My ADHD is like, not today. You're gonna slack and stare at your phone. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So you're right. It is above 140. Share this tab instead.
Yeah, I think 130 is just relatively clever.
It's not, yeah, but it's just not a little bit clever. It's like you're right under the cusp of being like on the top of the spectrum with the highest achievers of all time. Genius IQ, which I'm not saying you're dumb, but I just don't believe that either of us two are up there unless you're concealing it really well. This means that most people have, because usually when you get to that point, your social skills start to really suffer as a trade-off.
Have you ever talked to me before? I have no social skills.
We do it frequently, and we often run over time because of how good you are at it. So that's not true. Jinx. Genius IQ scores. There is no universally agreed upon definition of a genius IQ score. However, some experts suggest that IQ scores above 140 to 150 may be indicative of exceptional cognitive abilities, such as those exhibited by individuals considered as geniuses.
See, I'm not that.
Exceptional. IQ scores can range from about 85 to 115. Yes, so that's one standard deviation and beyond, with higher scores indicating greater cognitive abilities. So I was saying 115 is about the roof of what you would say above average is. Then you start getting into, okay, we're a little bit in the genius zone now.
Oh,
you probably need special learning.
Well, I mean, I did graduate with honors.
Sure, and so did many other people within that normal standard deviation, usually towards the upper end.
I did date a girl who said she was 134.
And she's lying.
No, I fully believe her.
But I'm telling you, most people that have a quotable IQ score that talk about it are lying or wrong.
Oh no, no. This wasn't. It wasn't her like telling it. Or it wasn't her openly sharing on her behalf. It was me sharing mine because I took the thing. Oh my goodness, this is what I.
And then
this
she
is
piped
what I
up
got.
with hers because she
and
wanted
then
to
she was
compete.
like,
So she was. She did.
And then she poked me. She was like, "That's really good. You're really quite smart. I got 134." I'm like, "Damn it!"
That's really good. I'm better than you, though. Here's mine. That's exactly what just happened there. So she does fall into my conditions of bragging about it.
She, lovely woman.
She saw that opportunity to sneak it in as a backhanded compliment.
Yes, she was being a spicy Latina, is what she was doing.
Yeah, an arrogant fucking cunt, liar.
Oh goodness.
Arguments for a higher IQ estimate around 160 to 180. See, this is where we start to get into bullshit. Many sources, including news articles, because we know how clever they are, and online publications, yeah, Gizmodo, estimate Einstein's IQ to be around 160, citing his profound contributions to science and his exceptional problem-solving abilities. Some experts suggest that Einstein's IQ was likely in the range of 160 to 180, based on his remarkable achievements and innovative thinking. It's not true. I think pretty sure it was around about like 140 or something stupid like that. In the absence of an official IQ estimates, yeah, they vary widely. Okay, so I can't even be sure about this, but I'm almost certain that it's not like double.
I don't know. Ultimately, I think what is it? George said ultimately in the end it doesn't matter. But I just
how do we get onto this again?
I forget. See, that's the ADHD. I don't remember most things in my life.
140 is rare. 130 is not so rare. I bet it is. I bet it is, though.
Is this Flipper? Is that Yeti?
Yeah, that's Yeti. It's the 98th percentile, dude. It's very rare. It's exceedingly rare. It couldn't be much more rare than that. So,
well, 130?
It's in the 98th, 2% of people, of everyone.
No
falls
way.
under that.
No way.
Yes.
There's way more people smarter than me.
This is what I'm saying. It's not. It's an illusion. People, it's all braggadocious shit. because
Oh.
people just want to sound clever and have leverage over one another. But it's made up. It's not as
Maybe.
rare as you think it is. It is.
Or
It's
maybe
rarer than you
my
think it is.
test wasn't
See
a
how
very
rare
good test.
140 is? I bet that's probably less than 0.5%. Yeah, there we go. I was pretty close. 0.4%. So, I mean, 2% is still very rare. Like, incredibly rare. There's 2 people in 100, maybe.
Well, okay, all right. You say 2 people in 100. Well, consider that 50% of them, right? Like the average is 95 now. So maybe, and then so you got a bunch of people underneath 95.
What's up,
95 is
Cosmic?
the average.
Cosmic, there's a you can join if you want. Hold on. Did I put the link in the fucking? Here's the link. I'll put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. You don't have to join
IQ
if you
doesn't
don't want.
matter. I'm personally done with the topic.
I do believe you are smart though, and I believe you have a higher than average intelligence.
I hope so. Maybe it explains why my kids are mathematical geniuses. I'm mathematically retarded though.
Brilliant. He's going to destroy the show. Cosmic. Yeah, Cosmic's a glowy. Cosmic is actually this is the I can't even fucking spit the words out. He's like my favorite troll. What else is going on? We didn't plan this show out. I just thought it'd be fun to talk about those weirdos.
That first bit. Oh no, this is Gail sent this to me, and I've been sitting on it for a fucking long time. Let me bring it up. This is why we love Gail. This. It goes on to the Tim Walz is a diddler. Age of consent in China was 14 back then. Tim Walz took dozens of high school students alone without their parents. I am speaking with one of those students now, and I'll be dropping multiple bombshells. So this is Matt Wallace. Who's Matt Wallace? 2.1 million followers. CEO of Titter. I don't know what Titter is. Elon Musk counseled, blah, 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 blah. So I guess this guy's not nobody. 2.1 million followers.
Yeah, no, I've seen him around a bunch of times. What's up, Cosmic Marauder? How you doing, bro? You can join up the phone. I couldn't fucking do it yesterday.
Hello, hello, hello. I am here from Taos Pueblo, about 7,000 feet in altitude, near an Indian reservation and an Airstream trailer. So that's what I'm doing tonight.
Can you hear us properly though?
Yes.
Okay. I tried to join I was in the middle of Sydney yesterday, and you're getting better fucking reception on the top of a mountain.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. There's a Wi-Fi in the trailer, so that's how I got here.
So what are you doing on holiday? Are you on holiday?
Yeah, it's really ironic because tomorrow is it's Indigenous Peoples Day. So in New Mexico, I get that off as a state holiday, being a government employee. It's what we used to call Columbus Day. So I'm up here participating in the irony that is tomorrow.
It is. It's also Canadian Thanksgiving.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah.
Canadian Thanksgiving. I'd never heard of this before. So you obviously knew what that was, Cosmic. What are the Canadians thankful for?
All kind hockey, maple syrup.
I don't know.
Beavers.
I think you should give it up.
No way. No way. Why
Both
would I
the
give
day
it up?
and the country.
Why would I give that up?
Because there's nothing to be thankful for.
I'm thankful for the fucking metric fuck ton of food that my wife cooked. That's some of the tastiest shit I've ever put in my mouth.
She could do that tomorrow, though.
No, she can't.
Oh, Cosmic froze a little bit. I can still hear you though.
Oh shit!
In
Some of that
America,
broke up for me, so we'll see how it
yeah,
goes from here on.
it's a little bit choppy, but like it's still way better than fucking what I was. I couldn't even get through at all yesterday, which was weird. Like we must have like the worst telecommunications in the world in Australia. We're known for having really bad internet. We're known for like just being. I think fucking was it Ethiopia or something had better, faster internet than Australia.
Oh dear.
He's dropped. In America, most police departments put an IQ cap of 100 to 110 for detectives because they want them smart enough to investigate crimes, but not smart enough to disobey unlawful commands.
That's actually true. I learned that in police school.
So
So you can actually be too smart to be a police officer. And they try to screen that out.
I thought it was against the law to screen for IQ in an explicit manner.
It is in an explicit manner.
Wait, how many Cosmic Marauders are there?
Wait, what's happening?
There's two of you. There's also another one of me backstage. But I don't know how that happened.
What is fucking happening? What is happening on my stream right now?
StreamYard is fucking out of control.
Anyways, I want to watch this video. It's a part of what Gail sent. It's Tim Walls caught on camera with an underage girl.
Is this YouTube safe? Oh, you're not showing the video. You're just showing that. Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh, you are showing the video. Is it YouTube safe?
Probably. It's that same fucking guy that just had it's the guy with the 2 million subs.
Brought forward in this video are extremely serious. There is a picture to go with them that I believe could be extremely incriminating. Not only would that mean that he was disqualified from running for vice president, it would also mean that he
blur
belongs in
YouTube.
prison for the
I'm
rest
live though.
of his life. Take a look at this picture here. This shows in the early 2000s a trip that Tim Walz took. Those are the students there. You can see dressed a little bit unusual for a trip to China, but that's not what's so concerning about this photo. You can see all of them there. As we zoom in up on the top, you can see the leg of an adult, a hairy leg, a leg that belongs to, I believe, Tim Walz. It is undeniably extremely inappropriate for a grown teacher to be staying in the same bunk room as multiple girls and boys on a trip to a foreign country, much less where the parents aren't even there. He appears to be alone in that picture in the room. There's another one. Tim and a girl as they are sharing a pair of headphones, and she seems to be leaning back, obviously very creeped out by the entire situation. You can also see a clear comparison there between the leg of Tim Walz and the leg seen in the photo, which I believe could be one of the most infamous photos for this entire 2024 election cycle. It could change the entire race. As you see,
I'm gonna be honest. Those kids look older than 14. Some of them do. But either way, they're kids.
I mean, so far,
some of them look about 18 though.
So far, he's shared a headphone, and I don't know, maybe he got jet lag or something and needed to lay down.
To me, and I'm not saying don't keep looking. I'm just saying, to me, I don't think there's much weight behind this.
I'm not.
It's just like an E. Jean Carroll thing. It's fake.
I mean, it's kind of like if there's smoke, there's fire.
No, it's not though. But because we've got smoke machines fucking everywhere now.
Valid point. But just because there's smoke, I mean, maybe there's fire, but you really got to find it. This is them trying to find it.
They're not coming out. If they had something finding it, if they had something devastating, it would be there immediately and undeniable. At least a sample of it. There's nothing other than a Twitter comment and some vague stories that are, there's a hairy leg and some photos that show nothing.
Gail says,
I went on a lot of details here, like the ages of the kids, the age of the guy, who the guy is, all of that.
She says,
it's just starting at a time, but sorry.
I went on a European trip in high school at 15. My chaperone let us do anything. anything, you saucy bird, you, and was never around. So I guess they go that young. China. I think
Oh
China's a
yeah,
real.
I came here to Sydney on a school because I lived in Western Australia. We were on a school camp when I was 15, I'm pretty sure, and I escaped the group and went running around in Sydney on my own for a good few hours just to explore because I got bored. I don't know if I was allowed to do that though because I did get in a lot of trouble, but so it was fun. Anyway, yeah, the age that they definitely take minors out on excursions like that for sure. I just don't think there is any, and I'm not saying that he wouldn't do it. I'm just saying I don't think there's any evidence. There's no smoking gun. What was it saying? Give it time. They're still doing it. Yeah, they're still trying to prove Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll. Give it time. Yeah, give it time. Maybe she'll write another book, and maybe all the information will come out in that.
I mean,
no. It's not if there's something there, it's there, and then there's an obvious tether to pull on, and then everyone's on it. It's but there's none of that there.
But we have to look at the stuff to analyze it, just so we can say, yeah, this is nothing, or hey, this is something.
I'm not saying don't look at the stuff. I just think people are getting way too excited over it. That's all. I just think that they're getting way too excited over it and putting in too much energy. I think if things are, I don't know.
Gail was a good girl, she says. Press X to doubt. She says, but she did drink alcohol and jump balconies.
What do you mean you jump balconies? That is dangerous, Gail.
That is dangerous.
Multiple other students. He did multiple trips, by the way, not just.
What was that had just happened in your house?
Holy shit. Did you hear that?
Yeah, quite loudly in my ear.
Did you hear the thunder?
Yeah, bro, I hear it. Is that what that is?
Can you still hear it now?
Yeah, man. Is that thunder? I didn't know if you had like attics banging.
Yeah, a big storm has just rolled in that I didn't know was coming because I just looked out the window and the city's covered in clouds.
Oh,
crazy. And there was a big thunder thing. I'm like, whoa. Or maybe we're being bombed.
Maybe.
Who of those people actually look weird? Trump.
That's crazy how loud that is. I can't believe I'm hearing thunder in Australia.
I can't believe you can hear that because it's actually I've had much louder thunder here, but this microphone is usually pretty good at isolating sound. So I'm interested that you can even hear that. Can you guys hear that back in your in your homes? Hello, Mr. Hominoid. I was talking to Jack on Saturday. He's coming back on with his USA crew. New right knee. Yeah. I've seen that.
I don't. What is even that message?
He's talking about people that you don't even know.
Okay. All right. Because I'm like, oh my God, he's having a stroke.
Mr. Hominoid is another Sydney sider. Well, he was. He lives in Australia somewhere.
Oh. Well, Mr. Hominoid, you need to take shelter because apparently there's thunder.
There is. It's just rolled in. But don't get him started. He will Mr. Hominoid's like a force. He comes in like a force and he's like.
So are you saying that he's like lesbian space witches at Scissor?
No, it's like with tech. With you know how high voltage electricity, you got to be careful with it. Otherwise, it can just really make a mess.
Okay. Are you saying that he is high voltage electricity?
No. That was a terrible analogy. Let's go for something else.
I was like, oh my God, what are we dealing with? Electro?
Hominoid has some difficulty understanding the boundaries of privacy.
Is he a stalker?
Not quite.
Hey, bro, are you a stalker?
No, he's not a stalker. He's not a stalker.
No.
But he does get uncomfortably close.
One of those autists that can find your exact location by looking at the stars. One of those
He's
people.
a nice guy. He is a good. He's not a bad guy.
Do you know the ones I'm talking
I'm
about? They're
partly
like, well,
trolling
according
him
to the
here.
stars, you are exactly at this place in the middle of the fucking desert. You know those people? Those people are wild.
See, even this comment, he's pushing it with that.
I don't even know what that means. Is that some abo slang?
Yes, it is.
What? Wolumulu?
Mm-hmm. Lucky the glass didn't break.
What is that?
That's shocking. Eccentric, yes. That's a good word, eccentric. So am I.
Interesting. All right. Well, Mr. Hominoid, thanks for being here. Thanks for being you.
What were we watching here again?
We're watching this. Walls may or may not have diddled some of these girls.
Oh, that's right.
Or boys. Likely boys. Let's be honest. He's a homo.
Swan, he was very enthused to go with all these young individuals to a foreign country, a place where the age of consent is only 14
that's
years
right.
old,
If we just
by the
quickly
way,
pause,
which I think
just
is
while
not
we're
cheap.
on that, with that Harmy Dillon chick on Tucker Carlson, she goes into and explains the story behind Doug Emhoff slapping women in the workplace and being abusive to women. So she does give more context and spills the tea on that. So this reminded me of it. Okay, go ahead.
Wooloo Mooloo means pretty place by the water for pretty people. Is there such a word for pretty place by the water for ugly people? Because I'll need to go there.
It's called Benelong. Anyway,
let's continue. Oh, is this his hand is on somebody's hand?
Extremely important. He's smart enough to realize as a history teacher that if he's going to do something illegal, he may want to do it in a place where the laws aren't going to send him to prison for the rest of his life. However, here in the United States, that isn't the age of consent. So we may have a little bit of something different to say here. You can see these allegations also just coming out.
Oh, this is the Black Insurrectionist one. We covered that.
Showing that he allegedly spent the night with a kid at the home, started an organization, the Gay Straight Alliance, which was very creepy, and multiple other things with underage individuals.
Wait, so is that the guy that says, is that the guy speaking now? Is this the same guy?
No, the guy speaking now is not this Black Insurrection.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's at
you
least
can see there
definitive in
one of
that.
the pictures of teacher Tim as he appears to have a very creepy look. That's
a creep. He's a creepy fuck. That doesn't mean he's diddling. He's just a creepy fuck.
It's not the type of guy that you'd want to be in front of your kids alone in a foreign country. It's a little bit hard to tell as he gets older, but I think all of us understand.
So he's always had a
exactly what
weird
happened back
face.
then. And it's time that we expose
of
the
course he
truth.
has.
I'm Matt Wallace, and I'll see you in the next video.
All right, Matt Wallace hasn't done.
Oh, so that's
anything-
Matt Wallace who we were talking about. I thought he was just sharing that tweet. Okay, so that's actually him talking.
Yeah. So, nothing substantial there.
Oh yeah, the rain's come in quite heavy now.
Oh,
It's weird weather.
I wonder if my rain is done. Actually,
it's really strange weather. Hominoid, is it raining where you are?
what is your temperature currently? Let's play this game because it's pissing rain where I am. I don't have thunder.
22.1 Celsius.
I kind of want to show you the radar map, but it will totally dox me. But it's fucking.
Here, Hominoid's already doxed me, so let's have a look. Here is my temperature as I sit here in Woolloomooloo.
So I can go like that. Like, look at all this rain. Look at it.
Oh wait, that's what we're looking at.
Well, I'm just showing you the rain. It's pissing down rain.
Local radar.
Anyways, my temperature is 8 degrees.
Oh look, there's a couple of little red spots in there.
Oh yeah, okay. It's not that big of a storm. Mine is way bigger.
No, it's not. It's like a very momentary thing.
Mine's massive. Mine's like the size of Ontario. I might never get this garbage taken out. But yeah, I'm 8 degrees currently.
I'm 22.1.
Fuck you and your warm weather, you cunt. I'm 8 degrees. I have a humidex. 8 degrees. I have a wind chill, a 5 degrees. You got a fucking wind chill.
Yeah, it feels like apparent temperature is 19.7. I know this is really interesting for our viewers, but I don't care.
Sean says 8 degrees. Oh yeah, you people use commie units and not freedom units. Oh, I'm so sorry, my commie unit. It's temperature for water. Water freezes at
Communist,
0.
the thunder
That
is
makes
getting
sense.
exciting.
Water at 0 makes sense. Boiling at 100 makes sense. It all makes sense. Not your shit where it's like, oh, how many inches in a mile? How many inches in a feet compared to whatever? Nothing makes sense. It's stupid. Fucking brine? Oh, we're going to have our temperature based on what brine is doing. Who gives a shit about brine? Why not the most common, most important thing on the earth? Water. Good God, man. And
Yeah, it's never going to make
Fahrenheit's so fucked up that Fahrenheit and Celsius become the same at like minus 32 anyways.
It doesn't tell me what the UV, what's it called? Humidity. Yes, it does. 64%.
What my humidity's 81%.
You just get a shitty ass weather today, and it's actually all right here. But I'm not a big fan of the rain. Got to be honest. Yeah, Gwen, sorry, she is batshit crazy. Let's turn the page. Turn the page.
Oh yeah, when she was like, "Oh yeah,"
God,
during the riots, I
fucking
could smell the tires.
Oh, that was loud.
You just blow out your own ears?
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
That's funny.
You fucking muppet. Also, Gail also was on this.
Yeah,
I'll take
I saw that
scenes
one.
that aged poorly for 1,000 Alex. Diddy's chasing them. He's like, oh my God.
Don't the weed watch out. Don't the weed watch. I don't get it. Glad I had the headset off. Yeah, I didn't. So that was where I fucked up. Now I didn't plan to do this show for a very long time today. I just really wanted to make sure that everyone knows how to be a man.
Yeah, and thankfully,
because I'm an expert at it.
Thankfully, due to the Harris campaign, we know, but we still don't know what a woman is, though. Sadly.
Well, again, this is a contested term these days. I'm not sure if that is even allowed to be uttered anymore. But everyone is frothing over this moment here by SpaceX. Now, I believe the top half of it, I don't know what was supposed to happen in the top half. I think it might have been a successful mission, test, whatever. Now, admittedly, this was quite cool to watch. To see them catch the rocket. And I put out a congratulations to Elon and SpaceX. I was like, listen, credit where it's due. No one else is doing this. Your cars are shit, your robots are crap and embarrassing, and you're polluting the earth while pretending that you're saving it. But this is cool, and no one has been able to achieve this. So I don't know what kind of practical upshots this has for us, that they can just catch it now. But I know
because they want to be able to.
It's the further step in the direction of reusability.
Because they want to be able to land it, switch out the shit that needs to be switched out, and like fucking launch it like an hour later. Like they want to have like a rapid turnaround time where they're doing this shit.
By the way, who changed one of your smoke? First of all, we're both white on this trip.
What are you talking about? We're both white. I'm an Aboriginal Canadian. I'm First Nations. What are you talking about?
No, you're not.
I literally am. I'm painted feather Métis.
And so, what
that's the real thing. Didn't I show you my fucking Aboriginal? I have an actual Aboriginal card that says, Sean is painted feather No, painted feather woodland métis is what it is. And
Why and how did that come about?
well, I applied for it.
Based on what?
I don't know.
Your actual lineage, or is it
Yeah,
just a
like
decision
family
that someone
records.
made?
No, family records and stuff like that. So I literally, what happened was,
Did you do this for like what? Political expedience or?
yes, not political, but like, so basically, what I wanted to do is grab DEI by the hair and fuck it in the ass before it was a
Political
big thing.
expedience. It's
Yeah.
You're not running for elected office, but it's the same thing. It's a politically
Yeah, and so the
motivated
reason
thing.
why I did it now, so I never ended up becoming a police officer even though I went through police school and graduated with honors and all of that stuff. Various life things got in the way, but during all of the hiring processes that I had, I knew that because the writing was already on the wall that white man bad. I was like, well, I better not be a white man. And so I combed through my fucking lineage and you know, I hired like an organization to like help me do it. And then they did it. And
Can
they're
you
like,
hear
"Here's
that
your card."
rolling thunder?
Well, I don't hear the rolling stuff, but I heard the big crashes before.
Oh, it's now just constant rolling thunder.
Anyway, so I got the card, and then by the time I got the card, life had already pushed me onto a different path, and so I was like, "Ugh, okay, well, I guess I have it now. It's fine. Maybe it'll come in handy." It hasn't, but you know. So people are like, "You're just a white guy." Technically, I'm not. Although I don't identify with it. I mean, occasionally.
But you quite literally got the card in a nation where that's the thing, and it hasn't
so-
helped you do fuck all because you're not apparently this thing.
Well, no,
If
because
you
I
were,
haven't.
maybe
I
that
haven't. I haven't used it. I haven't gone out to use it. It's in my wallet.
No,
I don't use it. I don't talk about it really. But occasionally, I'll put on a headdress or something super offensive, and in the hopes of somebody will
I
say
wonder if
something.
they'll let you actually use it because of your apparent whiteness.
Well, no, nobody wants to say anything about it. Like,
out of fear of what legal
well,
repercussions?
being like, what? You're accusing me something based on the color of my skin?
Yeah,
You
I
bigot?
just can't wait till this whole thing falls apart. It's keep pushing, but you know, I would
So,
I would
anyways,
suggest
I love to wear like a headdress or a feather or something, and then some like just like this, and then so seriously, and then somebody will say something, and then I kind of look at them and I'm like,
whoa,
that I
you
heard. That's a
surely
loud
heard that.
one.
That was
That's a
really
loud
bad.
one.
I can feel that.
And then I'll be like, how do you know that I'm not, you know, this isn't my culture? And then they'll, you know, chirp at me. And then all I do is I just take it out and I show them. And then usually there's a horrified look on their face. And I go, how about you just like fuck off and never say this woke shit to people ever again? How about that? And then that's how I win that.
It mustn't have. My smoke alarm is fine, and if it went off once, I would get up there and rip the battery out of the car and replace it immediately.
I don't have a smoke alarm.
Way you can. There's no way I can cope with that.
I don't have a smoke. First of all, Aboriginals don't have smoke alarms, and I'm in a basement. I don't have any smoke alarms down here. It was literally it was the other Sean's. That's why he's bringing it up.
Hold on. Why you say that like as a qualifier? Like I'm in the basement, therefore there's no smoke alarm.
No, I don't even have a fucking roof or a ceiling here.
Okay, we know it was third. Yeah, it sounds like it was.
Because of the color of my skin. No,
Yes.
I don't have smoke. I need smoke detectors down here.
Okay.
I don't. Also, all of mine in my house are hardwired. They're hardwired with the strobe lights on them because this is a new build. This is a new house, so it's like they're all hardwired in, so they don't chirp, and they got the strobe lights if they ever go off.
Yeah, mine's hardwired as well, but
it's literally
if the power ever gets cut to it, if the mains get cut to it, there's a battery in there still.
Well, The other Sean
So
was
there is
fucking
a
with you.
scenario where it can chirp, but it's only when it's the mains that being cut. Still
Well.
have batteries in case power goes out. Yeah, but the power wasn't out, so that was not a scenario that would be triggered.
Yeah. Anyways, what's next? Is anything next? Is something next?
I don't know. Let's. There might have been something.
You know what's interesting? On Kamala's I heard that thunder too. On Kamala's like health report or whatever, it says she works out. I don't know. Like Donald Trump works out a lot. I mean, is golf and he plays tennis and stuff like that a little bit or whatever. But and it says that she drinks only like a moderate amount or a minimal amount or a casual amount or something. I'm pretty sure she's drunk all the time.
Yeah.
I'm
I'd
pretty
say
sure,
she looks like off her face all the time.
All
Look
the
at
time.
Coachella. I can't believe how Donald Trump got a Californian crowd this size. Like, isn't that insane?
They can now prey on innocent Americans for a while. If Kamala gets 4 more years, the entire country will become like the migrant camp of LA and San Francisco. What the hell is that?
What is this? What's going on?
It's Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln said, I say,
Like, this is almost the size of the Butler rally.
looks pretty good.
Fucking
When I
hell.
win on November 5th, the migrant invasion ends and the restoration of our country begins.
Yeah, so
I
that's
mean,
100,000 people.
It's not quite as big as the Butler rally, but like I was, I mean, the estimates that were coming out of the Butler rally, I was saying it was about 100,000.
Yeah.
That's what people were saying, roughly. So I was pretty close, but this wouldn't be that. This might be about 60 or 70. That's a lot of people, though.
Yeah. Okay. So I remember that
For
they're
California.
Yeah, I think they said 60 or 70,000. Like the venue was full. It was 60 or 70,000 people in the venue. The space.
So I nailed that as well.
But they had 60 or 70, the same amount outside the venue waiting to get in. Like, so it was double. So it's double this, and it's massive. So you're looking at like 120,000 people.
It's all of a sudden that CA is liberal. Yeah, I guess, but like, yeah, you're right. Because it's just become like politically a one-party state, but I don't know, like just all of the stupidest fucking takes from America always seem to come from there.
So is Gail saying this isn't real, or I mean these guys?
No. She's saying that I was saying that what did I say? I can't believe that they've got this many people, this sizable crowd in California, and Gail's saying I can believe it. It makes sense to me because the populace is definitely not as liberal as it would seem. It's just it's just politically they've become a one-party state. I have a friend who was there at this rally. It's truly a communist state in the US. I mean, yeah, that's what Victoria and Melbourne is like for us in Australia. So they're like Victoria's our California, and Melbourne would be the LA or San Francisco. And yeah, Seattle is what? Yeah, Seattle. Seattle is just like being completely written off now, isn't it?
Oh, like the whole state. The whole state.
The Barbie sign. What's that about? Wait, what is this? Come on, let's post the original one. Oh, God. Do you remember this? Who remembers this?
I have one of those. I have one over here in this box right here.
Do you remember like filling up these memory cards and like having to like load save games and then finding the right memory card and shit like that? What a different time.
Yeah, I got one of those memory cards just over here. Sooner or later, I swear to God, I'm going to do it. Once this ADHD stops fucking fingering my asshole, I'm going to set up a gaming channel, and I'm going to do it a couple times a week. I swear to God, I'm going to do it.
I've got a Twitch channel, and it just doesn't. I tried, and I'm like, this is so boring. Like, I can play maybe a strategy game on my own, but streaming it, I'm like, this is automatically now we're mixing two things that are uncomfortable. Like, the streaming element makes the gameplay awkward and unenjoyable.
Well, I did
vice versa.
I streamed a few hours of The Witcher 3 on Rumble, and it was okay. I picked up one new follower. He was a cool dude. And I think Jay was in the chat. It was very, very small. I wasn't expecting it to be anything because I just wanted to play the game, and I figured I'd try and stream it. Going through Rumble Studio, through OBS through Rumble Studio actually worked like a fucking charm. It was brilliant.
OBS? Why do you need OBS?
So I can have me up on in my little box with the game up.
So you can use all of your screen elements and scenes as you would otherwise want them.
I use
and then you bring it as a virtual camera.
No, I bring it in through an ingress or whatever. The same as with StreamYard.
Right.
And then I let Rumble Studio do all the heavy lifting of sending it multiple places.
Yeah, okay. So really the Rumble Studio is just a distributor at that point, and all of your scenes are being controlled through OBS. And therefore directly accessible through your Stream Deck as well.
Yes.
You've just opened up my mind. Now I can. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was actually great. I mean, I didn't have scenes and shit to do. I just had me in a little box and my game, and we just
really how I wanted it and stuff. And then I was like, oh, this is cool. I can have it like all granular all the way down to the finest detail, and then get to StreamYard, and it's like, no, that's going to work. Unless you do, like, I could bring in a virtual camera and do all of my scenes within this camera space that I'm in, but it wouldn't extend to the rest of the screen. So when you've got guests, it can't be done.
Yeah. So anyways, I thought it was cool. And then, so I wanted to stream. I have this new game I got for my birthday. It's a jet fighter game. I like jet fighters. I wanted to stream that. That's pretty good. But then I wanted to do like retro games. My PS3, my PS2, and my original PlayStation. Because I got all the games. I don't have anything fancy. I don't have a PS4, PS5. I don't have a computer good enough, remotely good enough, to download any new games and do that. I wanted to have like a kind of a retro channel.
Yeah, look, the retro games are better.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. All the old retro ones. I'm sure they look like shit.
That's why I liked the Alex Jones one, and I was going to stream doing that, playing that, but then I clocked it in like 60 minutes because I have this controller here.
Yeah.
So like, it just made it so easy to just.
I've got one. Look at me. I got one.
I don't even know what. It's a PlayStation 4, I think, maybe. I don't know.
So you beat it in an hour?
Yeah, the whole thing. Because it's easy if you've got the controller, and there's only like 4 or 5 levels or something like that. I think, did he come out with more? I don't know.
I don't know. I have $200 on Steam that I can't really do anything with.
I paid $17.76 for it on the Alex Jones website. But I think it is now on Steam.
It's on Steam. I got $200 gift card just sitting there, and I can't do anything
I
with
think
it
the
yet.
Alex Jones game's on Steam, so you should be able to redeem that now.
My computer can probably handle that, though. I imagine.
Yeah. The Alex Jones game it would, because it's just they're just 2D sprites, like a Super Nintendo.
Maybe I could do that if it's an hour, maybe hour, 2 hours, because I suck at gaming. Yeah, maybe I'll be all right for a night.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no gaming guru, so I got through.
I suck at. So one of my biggest things is I don't know what to name a gaming channel because I suck at games.
And you have to do something different if you're streaming with guests and you want to shoot. Yeah.
I was like, I'll just call it Sean Plays Badly.
This thunder is really like getting like full on, just constant. Saying Jim, I've already moved on my phone. I'm a PC and Slinger.
Yeah.
So anyway, what else is new?
Oh, I don't know.
Neither. Ah, looks like Joe Rogan is going to relent. And and bring on Donald Trump. I don't know if this is actually confirmed, but it looks like it.
Yeah, we've heard that. Joe Rogan sort of kind of like talked about it a little bit, but not really confirming. But then Donald Trump was like, "Yeah, I think I'm going on that one, actually."
Look at this.
Sanitary, that is. I require all my guests to use the bathroom in a litter box. Hi, my name is Ivy Bloom, and this is my indoor potty area. I used to let my friends use the bathroom in my garden, but I've since learned how unsanitary that is. Before entering the potty area, I require guests to put on these foot covers, and first-timers are required to read the rules. The most important rule is to dig at least 6 inches from an existing stick, because that's where another guest has used the bathroom. It's pretty simple. You just do what you have to do and put your toilet paper on top. I provide guests with charcoal that must be placed inside to help absorb odors. And once that's placed inside, you cover it up with the litter and mark the spot with the stick. I provide a variety of refreshments and snacks that visitors
Can you
snack
imagine
on
this?
while
They're
using the
taking a
bathroom.
shit right next to the kitchen bench, and there's a bunch of food on it. And people, while they're doing a shit, are supposed to just grab into that while they're standing on other piles of buried shit. This really...
I can't.
This reminds me of so much of
I can't with that.
this
I do
reminds me
want to
so
talk
much
about
of this scene. Whoa, wait for it. Did you hear that?
Oh, did you see lightning? Is that how you knew that was coming?
Yeah, it was a really big flash.
Oh.
I could see it come through the window. Can you hear
Yeah,
the rain now? It reminds me so much of this. Do you remember this scene in 2001? Where
No.
he's on the fucking shit. What's his name?
I don't know what
Not
you're
this
talking
guy,
about.
his boss. He has to read there's all of these different rules just to go to the toilet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Kubrick
But I
film.
do.
Okay, never mind.
I have no idea. I'm not that cultured, but I do want to talk about this the Tim Walz posts that have actually come out that I didn't realize. These here. So there's a handful of them. I want to go through them.
Oh, okay. This is new. All right.
Yeah. So Tim Walz post number 1. Again, chat. Just bear with us. We're going to go through these as best as we can. On August 1st, 2024, I received my first communication from the now grown man who claims to have information by Tim Walz. I had initially received a DM from the person. I gave the person my email address to send me the information. This was the initial email. Please note this was before Tim Walz was selected. As you can see, I, like many others, was sure Shapiro was going to be the pick. This was our initial communication for the first few posts.
This was like a insurance policy that they were brewing up in case he got picked, dude. In case he got picked.
I don't know, maybe. They were
Sounds like it.
They are just meant to set up and show the timelines. But for me to build this case, it is important that I show every single detail, even the mundane and the boring. I think that is absolutely fair. So here we go. So, hey, Doc, that's Black Insurrectionist. If Tim Walz is the VP pick of Kamala Harris, I have information on him that is of a personal nature, as he was a teacher of mine at Alliance High School in Nebraska. If you want to know more about this, let me know. My name is Redacted. Thanks, Doc. Redacted.
Okay, hold on. I'll be back.
Hold on, as in don't continue? Well, he can suck a dick. I'm going to fucking continue. All right, so from Redacted to Redacted. I highly doubt Tim Walz is going to be the pick. I don't think there is any way possible that she does not pick Shapiro anyways. Obviously. Obviously, that's not aging well, is that? Aged like milk, you might say. Bagged milk, in fact. Like bagged milk. All right. So that's the first one. Number 2. Tim Walz post number 2. After Tim Walz was announced, I had not contacted back the individual who had reached out before Walz had been on August 8th. The individual reached out again, this time with a little more urgency. But since I get many tips, I honestly did not think this was real, especially when the individual hints at abuse. I ignored this email. This email says, "Hey, Doc, now that Tim Walz has been picked as the VP, I think it is important we speak. Your work with child trafficked children is the reason I'm reaching out to you. I have seen how you have told the stories of others. I'm willing to tell you my story with Tim Walz. I became close with him and his wife, Gwen. This man is one of the biggest liars you'll ever meet. He manipulated me. He did unspeakable things with me. I can give you details that nobody else can. I know you will keep my privacy. Will you hear me out? I know you are busy, Doc. I know you have a billion things going on. Please get back to me." What do you guys think about this? All right, Georgie. Georgie says check the Discord. It's important to the subject. We're checking this right now. All right. Okay, all right. That's what we got here. The quartering says, "Yup, it's a trap." Okay, why is it a trap? as creators, just stay away. Let it be verified independently, but do not go near it. It's Kamala Harris's problem, and for law enforcement to investigate. But do not get distracted from our message: border, economy, jobs, and crime. Yep. Let it blow up on its own. See, but so here's the thing. All right, so it's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. Stay away. Stay away. Stay away. Okay, let it blow up on its own. But how does it blow up on its own if nobody actually talks about it? And things don't just blow up on their own. Usually, there's something to fucking help it. But that is interesting. Thank you, Georgie, for sending that to me.
I'm so upset the wall fell off.
The what?
My wall fell
off. The
wall.
All right.
Kawan's
is back.
Yeah, they want child support.
Yeah, let me just see.
You have to prove a DNA link there, Kawan. I'm afraid. Law's the law. I missed I got some of it, but then because I have a feed up in my bedroom, apparently. I didn't know that was running.
Oh.
And then I had to take a shit. So I missed that last bit.
It's you know what's how does this Kawan, this individual, this Abdallah, how does Abdallah have 1,200 wait. Yeah. 1,260 subscribers.
I don't know.
They don't have any content. They've zero
they probably
content.
had content and then removed it.
Okay, well, Abdallah, what are you doing?
Go to the no, because the views counter will go missing as well if you remove the videos.
Yeah.
Just pay me and I'm gone forever. I like this enterprising spirit.
But it's not even cute. It's not like, oh, I'm just this little Asian girl that you, a gay man, put your dick into. It's
you need to have like a e-girl
it's this fella named Abdallah.
How do
I
you
mean,
know?
I guess it makes sense that, a guy would be reaching out to you, but
Abdullah sounds like a female name. Whereas
Abdallah's a guy's name.
Abdul is a guy's name. Abdullah sounds like the female equivalent in the same as
Maybe.
Danielle.
I don't know.
Danielle is a female version of Daniel.
I am a school teacher and a university student. Oh, that means you were diddled by Tim Walz, it seems.
Only if he was in China during Tiananmen Square.
I live in Middle East. I'm getting bombed every day. And yet you're not, because you're still here.
Abdullah is a no, it is a male name. It's not a hold on. Abdullah name female or male? Of course it's not going to tell me on I'm just going to have to ask. Do you know what I've actually started using Grok to ask questions now, where it used to be just a useless toy. Now it's actually decent.
I don't think
it's as capable as GPT-4 quite, but it's less constrained.
I've started using Copilot more. I know Copilot is Microsoft and woke, but I'm not asking it those kinds of questions. But like the simple stuff. It's helpful as shit.
Yeah, because they've got their deal with OpenAI as well, so they've got pretty advanced models running on it. But they've got, of course, the main thing that people run into is all of the imposed restrictions they put on there with their pre-prompts. Like, you must not answer this question. You must do this. You must say this. You must avoid this. All of that shit. Grok doesn't have any of that.
It says, yes, Abdallah is typically a male name. It's of Arabic origins and means servant of Allah. It's a common name in many Muslim majority countries.
Do you know, everything, I had the exact same answer on Grok, except up until that second sentence. The name Abdullah, also spelled Abdullah, is traditionally male name. It is of Arabic origin and means seven of Allah, or God seven. Do you know that's actually, do you know what's really odd? That's also what Daniel means.
But servant of Allah?
Well, soldier of God.
You know what Sean means? God is gracious. Also, John means that as well. Sean and John are the same name, apparently.
What does the name Daniel mean? I'm pretty sure it means soldier of God.
But anyways.
Which is the exact same thing as Abdullah. The name Hebrew origins is God is my judge. Okay, sorry. It comes from the Hebrew roots Dan, which means judge, and El, which means God. Okay. Slightly different.
All right. Okay. So we're talking about this. Tim Walz being a diddler, which this allegedly is the proof.
I missed the last bit of it. So did you find it convincing, or is it still in the territory of no, I don't know.
Bro, there's like 13 of these posts. We're just getting warm.
Is there any particular one that stands out as a smoking gun?
No, this is just the emails trying to contact this black and
brain's going sideways.
But Georgie pointed out this. I don't even know what I have on the fucking screen. You're so small. Yeah, this one. The quartering says, "Yup, it's a trap." So the quartering is saying all of this stuff is a trap. We shouldn't go near it. This Leo
I'm with him. I agree with
Trump
him.
Team needs to stay away from the Tim Walz sexual abuse. Let journalists or whoever handle it. But nobody,
I agree.
Nobody from the Trump campaign should go anywhere near it, and that's probably true.
This is what I've been saying from the start. This is a set. It's a setup. Yeah, I've been saying that from the start. When you mentioned this same sentiment from the quartering yesterday on your stream, I was like, I 100% agree with him.
Well, sure. I just wanted to see the receipts. I don't think the Trump campaign.
But I know, but like by us outwardly seeking these receipts now is pouring energy and credence into the basket that we have been trapped into pouring energy and time into. So that they can later then, in a few weeks, turn around and say, look at what these conservatives were doing, spending time on stupid conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I know, but who fucking cares? Who cares about that shit? We've been spending time on.
It does matter because if you give them,
no, because they
you
can
give
say,
them,
"Oh, the conservatives wear tinfoil. The conservatives do all the shit." They
yes,
already say
but there
that.
has to be, but they have to tether things in truth, otherwise it eventually comes undone.
Sure.
So therefore, we should not give them true statements to make.
No, there's still a bunch of fucking wild conspiracy theories that is still out there. They're always going to call us conspiracy theories.
Of course they are, but like when they're
theorists.
There are, yes, they will do that, but the ones that the occasions where it will stick are the occasions where they are never where they're never proven to be real, and where they don't stick, where it all falls apart is when they say, "Oh, conspiracy, conspiracy, conspiracy." It's only a matter of a few months to a year before that's proven to be obvious bullshit, and everyone knows it.
So which ones now? Like what flat Earth,
COVID. Like fucking,
because so much has been proven true. Which ones are they clinging to that are fake?
Well, which ones are they left clinging to that are fake? That J6 was an insurrection, that lockdowns worked, that fucking the democracy is under peril because of the Republicans and not the very people screaming that same thing.
But lockdowns didn't work.
That communism is just a conspiracy theory. That the election in 2020 was the fairest and most above board ever.
But that's coming undone.
Of course, but this is exactly my point.
But they're not going to say you had a conspiracy theory that Tim Walz diddled kids. They're not. I don't think they're going to say that.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
I don't think they're. I don't. I do not think that they're going to want that to be.
It's
out.
Also what they call this busy work. It's fodder. This is just to let them eat cake.
Okay, sure. I'll have cake because I'm a fatty. That's fine. I don't want the Trump campaign touching this. I don't want the Trump campaign to be within 100 feet of this thing. I'll do it.
That's a good point. That's a fair point. The Trump campaign is the more.
The Trump campaign needs to say 10,000 miles away. I'll do it because I'm just a fucking retarded talking head on the internet.
You're right. We do have more freedom to explore this than the Trump campaign does, at least openly. However,
I'm not the one. I'm not saying, oh, yeah, Tim Walz did the diddling. I'm like, look at this individual making these claims. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. What do we think about it?
Yeah.
You know, I think that's reasonable. But, you know, yep, it's a trap. He probably means, and I'll ask him fucking tomorrow or whatever, but it's
what
probably,
do you feel like it is? Because I could be totally
a trap
wrong.
for the Trump campaign is what I think.
Yeah, I feel like it is. But it's tough because it is a believable trap, right? Because of not necessarily because of the receipts being dropped here, but just because of the nature of the allegation comparing it to the person. It's just sort of like it's believable.
So Scott here, he brings up Project 2025. That's been debunked. That's not even real. That's Heritage Foundation, nothing to do with Trump. And Heritage Foundation shut it down. They said, we're not doing it. It no longer exists. And they still drone on about it. So whether or not we're right about a conspiracy or we're wrong about it, they're still going to clamor about it at all.
Yes, but but it's effective where they are correct, and it's not effective where it's obviously made up. So they will attempt it in both scenarios where there's a real thing there, and then when there's a fake thing there, they'll still say, "Oh, you're just getting lost in crazy conspiracy theories," or they will gaslight, right?
I don't know.
But it just doesn't work if it's not tethered in reality. Okay, bye, Koan.
Oh yeah, he said he wanted to buy a car. He said he wanted to buy a car. You pay half and I'll pay half. Oh, he's a little bald guy. I'm not bald. I got more hair than fucking. I mean, if you give me 5 minutes, I'll have more hair than Danny. For God's sake. Yeah, your hair's
fully sideways now.
Is it? Anyways, Kawan wanted to buy a car. What the fuck, man? Why do you think you deserve a car? Like, what have you done for society? But I'm a student. I don't give a shit. I got fucking kids to feed. Fuck you. Buy me a car. What? You suck my dick. Fucking earn your car. Jesus Christ.
Where is the
Fucking give me $1,200. Fuck you! I could buy a computer for $1,200.
I wonder if this works. Hold on, I'm going to try something. Let's try this thing again. Now that I'm in the fucking.
What are you doing? We gotta carry on.
Yeah, you carry on while I'm just.
To post number 3, ladies and gentlemen. What is this? Post 2.5. Fuck this guy. This guy is shit at this. Okay, before I go on with Wall's posts, let me put something to rest. On June 20th, 2024, I called out an account on X who was making false posts from people when he did it with President Trump. I called them to be banned, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so here we go.
Fuck, I don't know what this is.
I'm going to.
It's just fucking stupid. Post 2.5 is gay. We're going to move on to post number 3. Tim Wall's post number 3. On August 9th, I received this email. This is the email that caused me to act. I did indeed call the person making the claims. He laid out a story that was very incredulous. I told him he would need to lay everything out in writing for me, in depth and in detail. He agreed. The next couple of posts will become pretty graphic. Great. Doc, I am sorry I am bothering you. If you could just hear me out, I can prove what I'm saying. I'm not doing this for attention. I am not doing this to relive one of the worst times of my life. I'm doing this because I cannot emotionally or physically take seeing this man almost daily over the next 4 years. Here's my number, redacted. Please call me. When you hear what I have to say, you will have no doubt. I don't want to put it in writing, please, Doc. All right. Post number 4. So I think we start to get into the business. After my phone call with an obviously traumatized man on the same day, August 9th, he started telling me the story, but had to stop. I responded to him, telling him I knew it was difficult. He had told me on the phone things that were horrific. Initially, I was skeptical. I could not find an Indigo Girls concert in March of 95 in Nebraska. When I looked up their tour dates, they were all in Michigan. I would later find that I was looking in the wrong place. The next post will be my documented emails to the Harris campaign and the VP asking if they care to comment on Wall's taking a 14-year-old to a concert. All right, so this is the thing.
Jack's just bringing up dropping all these like things that I probably shouldn't say about out loud. Frazzle drip.
Dear. Scott says, is Kawan a chick or a dude? It's a dude named Abdallah. Anyways, dear Doc, thanks for the call. I will lay out in detail what has happened to me. I was 14 years old when I met Tim Walls. Like many normal kids, I was very confused about many things. My emotions were that of a typical teenager. Tim and
hold on. I'll go on. I'll let you finish the page.
What's Gail saying?
She says, I think you're wrong, Daniel. F messaging is losing steam big time in the US. Diddy is cracking a big door. Just wait. What did I say before that I'm wrong about?
Oh, left. So yeah, Gail's saying that the left messaging is losing steam, and Diddy is cracking a big door. Just wait.
I agree that the leftist message is losing steam. The point
Gail.
that I'm making is the things that stick for them and work in their favor are only the things that are somewhat tethered to reality, and anything else doesn't work. So it does in the interim, but it takes a little while for it to fall apart, and it definitely and decidedly does. But I agree, it's all falling apart. But I'm not sure if that's the whole thing. Oh my God, Tartaria is not. It's not the mud flood. It's fake. It's fake. It's busy work. It's busy work.
All right, let's, as Scott says, carry on, my Canadian son. We're gonna go. So Tim and Gwen Walls befriended me. I was a loner. They made me feel special. Tim Walls started telling me secrets about himself. He told me I could trust him with anything. I was very shy and having difficulty. I was very shy and having difficulty. Tim and Gwen extended an invitation for me to go to a concert with them in March of '95. When we got to the concert, it was just Tim Walls and me. The concert was the Indigo Girls, and who I knew nothing about. During the concert, he started to explain to me the meaning behind the lyrics. He started explaining to me that I was gay. The entire time he was explaining to me that I was gay, he was rubbing my back up and down in what I thought was a comforting gesture. Then the next thing I know, I remember feeling tired, overwhelmingly tired. The rest of the night, I am not comfortable telling you right now. I'm going to put it in a letter. It's difficult for me right now. Redacted. Do you think he was date raped? So this looks like it was the response. I understand how difficult this must be for you. I just want to be clear. You were 14-year-olds when you were at this concert. You were alone with Tim Walls. You were served alcohol. Concert was in March '95. Indigo Girls, Nebraska. What was the name of the concert arena? What happened after the concert? And then blah, blah, blah. I'm emailing all these other things, trying to do due diligence, blah, 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 blah. You need to tell me, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Next one. Number 5.
How many are there? Because how many are there?
Let's look up. There's like 13. No, there is.
Have you read all those already?
No, I haven't read it. There is 13. We're at 5 now. Some of them are probably going to go quick.
I don't find any of this interesting. Do you?
Well,
are you following?
We're at 5 of 13. That's just
who in the chat's following all this though? Because like I don't know, maybe it's just me. It could just be me, and if so, I'll shut up. But like,
it's just
when
you,
this
bro.
stuff starts to get into the details of sexual abuse and all of that, I just find it so fucking boring. It's just so boring. There's something about it that turns my brain off. It's just kind of like, I don't know, someone trying to explain calculus or something. I'm just like, oh, okay. Prove it or fuck off.
That's what it is.
But it's just like, get to it.
It's like there's sexual assault. Here's the proof. And then you're like, oh, prove it. Like, I'm proving it right now. Here's the proof. And you're like, oh, fucking just prove it. I'm doing it right now. Oh, my God.
But like, I'm not saying, but what I'm saying is go away and do the work and come back with your conclusions. Because I'm not interested enough to follow along. But is anyone else following along? I could be the odd one out here.
Jay says I am.
And then Scott says I'm tuning out. Yeah, I'm trying to sort of pay attention, but at the same time, I'm like, this is so boring.
Maybe it is. Okay, we'll skip 5.
I'm not having to go at you, by the way. I see why there's an interest here. I just find this material in particular really dry and unexciting.
Let's see. Let's go to 7. I asked the individual to put in a letter what happened, and he went to the concert, blah, blah, blah. This letter was graphic, and okay. This letter is G compared to the details I would get from the... Okay.
Skip it then. If it's G-rated, skip it.
Well, no, maybe it's okay. So redacted. Here is my story, Doc. During the concert, I became extremely tired. I don't know if it was the alcohol. I don't know if something was put in the alcohol, but I remember dancing with Tim Walls. We were slow dancing. I remember his hands being inside of my pants a little. He was telling me that it was natural. He was telling me that it was okay.
So this is a smoking gun. This one's more interesting.
After the concert, Gwen was not to be found. Tim said he would take me home, but we would stop off and get something to eat. Being 14 years old, I thought this meant McDonald's. To be honest, I thought I was having a great time. I thought I was beginning to think that I was gay. When we stopped to get food, it was a tavern. I never realized till I was older that it was actually a gay bar. There were only a couple of women in the entire place, but they were really not women. probably drag queen. I don't remember how long we were there. I don't remember the drive back home at all. The next thing
Things you
I
can't say
remembered,
anymore.
I was naked. I was in the home of Tim Walz. He was giving me oral sex. I remember it only took seconds, maybe a minute for me to ejaculate. I thought this meant, or I thought this mean I was gay.
How is this fucking G-rated?
I thought this meant I was really gay. I did not understand it. It was just a physical reaction. I remember being upset. I thought Gwen would walk in. He told me not to worry about that. He told me Gwen would not disturb us. He kept reassuring me that everything was okay, that this was normal, and that he was helping me see that I was really gay. The next morning, I woke up on their couch. Gwen was there. They made breakfast, and they acted like nothing happened at all. Tim took me home. I honestly thought I had feelings for him. I thought he was showing me life. I remember feeling so confused, yet so free. I thought this part of becoming a man, or I thought this was part of becoming a man. Yeah, the grammatical errors are crazy. I remember a definitive bump-like scar on his chest. He told me all kinds of secrets. He told me he was almost deaf from his time in the military. He told me that he had served in the Persian Gulf War. When I finally got home, I did not tell my parents anything, but I thought I had feelings for Mr. Walz. He told me many secrets about himself. At least I thought they were secrets. He told me that he was bisexual. He explained what that meant.
Getting boring again.
I would constantly see Mr. Walz during 1995. We spent a lot of time together whenever he could. I can't remember the exact date, but I moved to another country, blah, 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 blah. My parents were becoming suspect. September 95. He would come see me when we were drinking. We had gone out that night. So we got into an argument when I found out he had planned on taking students to another Indigo Girls concert. Oh my God, Tim Walz was cheating on him. On that night, he left very angry. That is the night he got pulled over for drunk driving, which he did. That's on record. He called me and told me what happened. He told me he was going to fired from his football job, which I think, did he? Anyways. Okay, it gets spicy again, okay?
Okay, because
I know you're dying. I know. I get it. At this time,
it's very long between drinks on this one. I think, like God Gale says, the news sources of whistleblowers coming in, getting attorney and coming forward now. I just think there's more coming on this. We'll see what happens. Interesting. I agree Trump team should steer clear. Don't need to touch it. My concern is that the whistleblower comes forward. It becomes a media sensation. They take it all the way to
I don't think the media will fucking come anywhere near this. This is only going to be retards
Wait,
like us.
it depends. It depends. It depends on how much they bring to it. Then it gets to the 11th hour, and then they find out conveniently at the last minute that it was all a big conspiracy theory. And then look at all this effort that the Trump team put into. I don't know. Maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but yeah, I don't know. It just feels. Just feels like a setup to me.
I had a crush on a high school coach. 10 years later, I dated him. Oh my God. So anyways, this goes on to say that we probably had 10 to 12 sexual encounters. Now I have to stop, Doc. I understand you need more details. I'll give them, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's something. Isn't that something? That's gotta be something.
Oh, hold on. Senator Fetterman. He is such a fucking interesting character, right?
Yes.
Like Jack says he thinks he's dead. So what's the guy? Some GOP like sit-in that's just in a Fetterman mask.
I don't know. Fetterman he's a funny. He is funny. So the school board they voted 6-0 to fire Tim Walz. Tim Walz claims that he left on his own and was talked into staying. So So yeah, so he was. So they say that they're gonna post the school board minutes from that meeting. That email said that he was going to be fired, and the drunk driving thing. So things
Okay, here's
kind
some
of
minutes.
corroborate.
So here's some more like these are interesting. Let's can you expand that. Oh, hold on, I'll get this off the screen. Oh, it goes for.
All right.
A motion was made. See, I would skip through all of that preamble. I would just go straight to
A motion was
the
made
minutes.
to approve the professional leave request of Tim Walz. 6-0 unanimous.
Where's the actual minute? Can you go back down to that? Because there's several pages of that. Motion will be made. Okay, so there's multiple items on here. Professional leave request. That's not a resignation.
No, but this one was.
A motion was made by to accept the resignations of Tim, Gwen Waltz and Byron Green. The motion was carried. So this is not. This still doesn't indicate a firing, a termination. So what he's saying isn't backed up by his own receipts. Can we go down and see if there is another item that suggests that? No, that's it. So there's nothing. He's lying.
Accepting the resignation could be a fire. Where they're
yeah,
like,
but what he's saying is that by posting them, I know, but what he's saying but he's specifically posting these minutes in order to prove the notion that it wasn't a resignation, that it was a termination, and this does not suggest that in even the slightest. It suggests that he did resign. There is no evidence in the meeting minutes to say that that it was the result of a termination. I can see at a glance.
There is a key step missing, because people say, I expect your resignation on the desk or whatever. Just so you could be like, I resigned. I wasn't fired. Even though
I
understand
that. I do understand that.
We
and
need
I'm not
that
denying
piece of information to sort of bypass the reason why people do that.
So what I mean, like there was no why can't I just fucking put this back to? Oh,
I don't know.
Remove exit full screen. So like, what I'm saying is, while that might be true, none of that is demonstrated by posting those minutes.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe more will come. But hopefully the Trump campaign stays as far away from it as they can, and only retards like us talk about it.
Yeah,
I think that's ideal.
That's fair.
Gail says, "Oh, look up the weak reception Walz just got at that school recently. Weird if he coached there."
Tim Walz school. Oh, that could show up with anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, here it is.
You see, Juan was like, "I'm not getting my money. I will unsubscribe. Bye forever."
Yeah, I said goodbye already.
What a homo.
Tim Walz returned to Mankato West High School, where he was an assistant coach, not head coach. Here's the fake photo op. Don't forget to have fun. Enjoy. Number 23 of Mankato West High had a different message for Walz.
Enjoy.
Look at their faces. Let's pause it on that.
Is that his old high school?
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh
Look at
my
their
god."
Yeah, rolling their fucking eyes. They're like, "Why do we have to do this shit for?"
Oh my god. I remember playing football. It was so great.
That's funny. That's really funny. No one gives a shit. He's there. Everyone's.
Is that your internet? That's so choppy, or is that Twitter?
No, it must be. I can see it fine. It must be StreamYard. Have all of my presentations been choppy and gay?
Not all of them. I just noticed this one.
Oh, fuck, I hate when StreamYard does this because their whole thing is supposed to be, we use corporate servers so we don't have a buffer. I'm like, yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, you don't buffer.
$800 a year, cunt. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not paying that fucking money for, anyways, it makes me mad. That was probably what Tim Walz was doing in the gay bar before he sucked off that kid. Yeah, the guys that you pointed out in the background are fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I know. Like the arseless pants and the gopher, and then these dudes coming out of the lift. I think it's all very funny. Very funny. Very funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, looks like we've run a beach on this thing.
Well, yeah, I thought we should probably talk about it because it was
No, fair enough. I just got bored personally with it. I think that's just probably a me thing, though. I know other people are deeply interested in this sort of stuff. I don't know if it's because of. I mean, it's definitely a shocking allegation, right? But it's just we've seen so many of these carbon copies now. It's so common now that it's just sort of
it's shocking.
Oh, another one.
It's shocking, but how not shocking is it?
One. It's not. It just doesn't give the. It doesn't. It's like it's sad to say that it's actually boring now, which is awful because it's a horrible thing. But like, that's what happens when you over expose people to things. They become desensitized.
I mean, if anybody, if anybody here follows my channel, and I know a handful of you do. In fact, probably most of you do. It might just be Scott that doesn't. Which he should correct that.
Yeah, correct that.
At Railify. I cover a lot of stories, a ton of stories, too many stories about teachers diddling their students. So hearing that Tim Walz was a teacher that diddled the student, I'm just like, I'm on it. I'm kind of not even surprised. And then you might say, yes, but it was a man diddling a boy. Yeah, I've covered.
You're not surprised.
I'm still not surprised. It happens. I cover it. Do you know how many stories I've covered about
and it's
a female teacher scissor diddling another, like a young lady? Fucking, I've done a handful of those. Like, God, nothing is new under the sun.
No. But sometimes it can be the person that they're accusing is like, that's the shocking part, or maybe there's elements of the story that are just so unique and wild that it does pierce that veil of like, oh, that's a new weird thing. But no, we're at such peak insanity now, ever since 2020, that there's nothing left for them to try. They literally tried the aliens. They're trying again. They push it now. This immaculate constellation bullshit. It's all made up. It's all made up. Even Tim Pool's talking about it now. And he's not qualifying it at the end with his whole, yeah, but dude, it's just a story. It's never, and things like that. It's like, no, dude, you're actually fully trying to believe in this now. You're excited about disclosure and all this stuff. I'm like, hold a minute. What are we doing? Why are we rolling out the alien shit again?
You know what? For as long as the government says, oh, yeah, there is aliens, I'm going to be like, no, you don't have any.
Well, it means something's definitely going on, and it's got nothing to do with aliens or outer space. Something is happening here that they are going, busy work, busy work, busy work, busy work. Don't look, don't pay attention. We're going to flood you with so much insane shit that you wouldn't even be able to write this into a film.
Well,
and we're going to destroy the paradigm of what you think is believable or normal. That's all out the window. And then we'll try and reintroduce the fucking alien thing again, see if you buy it. No one's buying it, except for UFO Twitter.
But also, I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I fucking love Gail. She says, I hate Tim Pool. Dumb shit.
Gail is one of us. One of us. Gail is definitely one of us.
Yeah. Mr. Scott J87, you want to drop your Twitter in there, and then
What is hold on, I don't know if I Mr. Scott. How the fuck?
Scott's had his
Yeah, there it is.
YouTube. He's had his YouTube channel or account since July 10th, 2009.
It's there at J87_Mr.
It's July 10th, 2009. Isn't that crazy? That's a long fucking time. A long time.
He's just gone silent. I was going to ask Gail, well, you're in Florida, right? Well, how did your property fare the other day? Did you get through that with completely unscathed? Gail, you do whatever you want. If you're interested, we'll be interested. You're one of us. Check
Wait,
out
I don't know what she means. Are you saying I need to give you more intelligent producing content?
I don't know. 3,000 years ago.
All right, I'm gonna find the Scott fella. What was it? It's J87
_Mr. Good. All good, high and dry. Well, there we go. Third assassination attempt. What's going on here?
Interesting.
Trump stopped after campaign request, denied military assets to protect former president. No, I heard the opposite was true. I heard that Joe Biden...
Man, you're followed by Drex? That's pretty cool. It's followed by Drex.
No, who's that?
And Brooke Jackson. That's cool. I
don't know who.
Actually, all of these people, with the exception of Drex, follow me. Well, I'm gonna have to talk to Drex about that.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
He's in a world of sense. He is not.
Looks like he's from California. Oh no, Australian restaurant. No, this is a different one.
I talk to Drex fairly often. Well, that's fantastic. I would love to have a conversation with him.
None of this makes any sense.
My son says that a lot about everything. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you're autistic. Nothing makes sense to you.
Australia. Look at this though. Australian restaurant in Canada. First of all, there is no such thing as an Australian restaurant. We've covered this yesterday. We don't have a culture. This is a different person. I'm thinking of someone else. This has got to be a different person. Who the fuck
I
is
see.
Drex?
Daniel didn't like the Tim Walz stuff. I thought that was fascinating. Daniel didn't like it because he's all hoity-toity.
No, it's not that I didn't like it. I just got bored because it was not like there was no there until there was like a couple of things maybe that sounded a bit spicy, but then again it was just like an email chain, which is not.
Well,
anything.
he said that it was boring. He was laying the entire
then he presented meeting
like
minutes that he said we're going to prove one thing, which didn't. So he's already said like I just don't. The trust factor is.
Have you never seen how court works? You got to lay all the bricks in the wall.
Yes, I've seen how court works. I've been in court and cross-examined.
Are you sitting on your chair like a bird or something? Where you perched?
Yeah, I am perched a bit like a bird.
Oh God. God, that's
no, like if there was more like see, it would be interesting. Like I'll be interested to come back to it maybe if like they can bring a bit more substance to it. Like I get people have to go through it all. I just find that boring. I'm more about if there's something like conclusive there. Cool. I just get
oh my
bored.
God, I didn't realize there was a sale on on Twitter Premium right now.
Is it?
Yeah, I can get it for 63 Canadian dollars. 63 loonies.
Well, if you were gonna do it, you might as well do it. Take that.
I fucking got to do it now. When does this end? This ends really soon, I think. I'm gonna probably do it after. I gotta go get my wallet.
Just do it now. I can take over of my own show. Apparently, I thought I could. I thought I could start it on my own, but I couldn't.
Well,
the rain is stopped.
Jackie says Australia does have culture. It's Mad Max post-apocalypse dystopia. Oh goodness, Scott, you're gonna follow me back, eh? You're gonna do that. Reciprocally touch dicks is what we're doing, eh?
Well, if you put it like that, it's going to be less enticing for him. Ow!
Oh goodness, I like hanging out with like I got all my friends here. It's nice. I like this. My friends. You're on one side of the world getting rained on. I'm on this side of the world getting rained on.
Is it raining?
I showed you the radar. I got a fucking metric fuck ton of rain out there. That's why.
Yeah, but I'm not a good listener, and I couldn't hear. Like, is it raining above you at this second?
Yes, man.
Oh, okay.
Like it's gonna fucking rain because once the stream is done, I gotta go take out my garbage, whether or not it's raining.
Oh, that's right. You told me before we started.
It's fucking pissing down rain.
What's going on then? Everyone's raining. This was like this on my birthday.
Like, thanks, Scott. I saw you.
Oh, look, is
yeah, there's just a fuck ton of rain.
Look,
oh, Jackie's here. Oh, great. You know what that means? You're not alone. And two, I'm gonna pee, but mostly I'm gonna grab my wallet and I'm gonna fucking get Twitter Premium live on air.
Woo!
Yeah, yeah, buddy.
Hold on. Everything's all weird. Can you?
I'm gonna be a checkmarked cunt. Jay says 13 degrees. 13 degrees. BC. I am 7 degrees. Feels like 5. Where'd he go?
What is that in real measures?
That is real measures because.
Okay.
Look! If you ever want to own a gun, you'll learn real measures.
There's a reason why science and marijuana is done in metric.
Because they're both drugs.
Science and marijuana?
Well, marijuana wasn't a drug, but then we figured out how to make hash oil. So it's kind of like hold my blunt.
I bet that rocket ship that Elon brought back down, I bet that was working on metric.
I bet it wasn't working. I mean, he faked throwing a car in space. Why wouldn't he fake everything else?
I knew you would do that. I knew you would go there. But like,
goodness.
To be fair, his all of his telemetry was in metric. I saw it.
Because it's the good system. It just makes sense.
Well, it's
universal. I mean, if you count on your fingers, yeah, it does.
But also, okay, so it's also like I forget. I kind of forget this one, but bear with me. Like 1 calorie has enough energy to heat 1 liter of water 1 degree Celsius.
And that means nothing.
it means that they're all like it's all fucking related and intertwined. It's
yes,
like Marvel
I get it. They're all based on water at sea level. Whoopie-doo.
Brilliant.
But you know what? We don't cook in the oven at water temperature at sea level.
I don't know. Germany did.
We cook air temperature, and it varies from altitude. And so if you cook in the mountains, you actually have to do it different, or else it comes out wrong.
Did you have a tea in that mountain?
Yes, I did.
Katie will be disappointed in you.
Did you have a tea in that disappointed?
Wait, how would you disappointed?
Well, I don't know how you're supposed to say mountain without a T.
Mountain.
That's awful.
It's
that.
Utah. That's how you
Mountain.
speak Utah. Apparently, if there's
There's a T in Utah.
yes, Utah.
There's a T in Ontario. There's a T in Australia.
Azalea. I don't know. I'm not Utarded. I hope Katie's listening.
I think
she's gonna take her coworkers on you.
There is a word for this. If Dr. Jeff Lindsay talks about it, there's some T's that are retained and some that are completely omitted.
Like my boss hates that I say button.
I say button. I pronounce both T's. Button.
Right.
Mitten.
Yeah.
Mitten. People look at me like, what the fuck? I'm like, there's two T's.
But he also says coupon, so I can't take him seriously.
There's a lot of English people that do this too. They get rid of the T. What is it called? What do they call it when they do that? Fuck. I think it's just called T dropping. I think that's literally what they call it.
Who is Grandma Boy podcast? That's a great name.
It is.
What did I just walk
Grandma's
into? Oh, just three bros broing out. Thanks for being here to bro out with us.
We're at the tail end.
We've talked about literally just about everything.
You should see the after party. No, you don't want to see the after party.
Yeah. Oh, look, what my camera's gone all weird. It's showing all the behind the curtain and the ugly stuff.
Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna grab my wallet.
All right.
Oh yeah, you're gonna buy some
Daniel,
stuff.
go to the Discord. Look at the images.
Don't go to the Discord.
Oh, is this the Fetterman thing?
Tell me that's the same guy.
Okay, hold on. Let's bring this up. Hold on.
You know, his face only changes shapes. His tattoos disappear. His height changes every 3 months.
This should be fun. Okay.
The thing on his neck is gone. He's suddenly smarter than he was when he was campaigning, and he can drive again after having a stroke.
I will
with
give you
his
that.
left hand.
His face is a different. It's like they replaced his skull.
He's missing 2 inches of height too, and his nose is huge. His beard is like fuller. He doesn't sound as tarded. His ears don't flare out.
Dude, this was definitely noticed by people. So like, I don't know where it went, but like I know when because he disappeared for.
He's Breaking Bad in the top right.
Yeah. But like, do you know because how he went missing for like he went into rehab for depression or something like that?
And then he had another stroke. It was in the hospital.
Yeah, that's right. And then and when he returned, this is what he looked like. So it wasn't like a gradation thing. It was just like he was gone, he was missing, and then he returned looking completely different. Now, I'm not saying that he is cloned or anything, but like something happened to this guy that changed.
Yeah, I mean, look at all his facial features. I mean, why would you get that plastic surgery to look uglier?
And I'm not basing that just off these photos I'm looking at, which are of course interesting, but it's something that people noticed at the time. It was kind of like, oh, you really can't.
Well, yeah, they even had him like make a joke about it, because that's what they do. They love to mock.
I'm trying to meet new friends. Well, welcome, Grandma's Boy Podcast. We'd love to be your friend.
Join the Discord. We'll give you your tits.
Oh yeah, put the.
He has no idea what we're talking about.
I don't know.
Scroll further down. There's another one. There's another one.
Hold on, I'm gonna just create an invite to the Discord.
Are you trying to get people in there?
Yep.
Oh, don't do that.
Why?
Why do you fight the Discord while at the same time secretly love the Discord?
He does.
I do actually. Yeah. I do secretly love it. Well, because I mean, other people might not want. They're like, I don't know.
They could leave the server. They don't have to give me their face, and they can leave the server if they don't vibe. Look, seriously, come on. What is this
maybe,
nonsense?
maybe they don't want to see my face.
They call them the Mancunians. So that wait, there's more here. So wait, but there's okay. So what are these? Some tattoos here that are apparently gone. Oh yeah, you would be able to see something here. But that's such a, I don't know. That's such a blatant thing to get wrong. I don't know. Why would you then get it wrong?
And then look at his wife's face.
Was she
Mr.
fake as
Scott.
well?
I think they replaced her too. It's like her height's changed compared to his. Like look at her, plain Jane, and then now she's got this plastic face.
I don't know. It just seems like a lot of resources to waste on someone that's not very important. Like maybe
I
him,
mean,
but
he
not
is
her.
important because if he dies in office, they have to replace him. And that doesn't necessarily mean they would have their 50-50 split with Kamala doing all the tiebreakers. They needed him in there.
Plus, but wait, it's his replacement that came back and was all based though, wasn't it? And started saying, nah, this is a bit weird,
Right. Like,
actually.
notice he got smarter. He was no longer federal woman.
He also became more conservative, like decidedly so.
Right. Because they love to mock. He still voted the way that they wanted him to.
Did he? I thought he specifically abstained from a number of bills, which made him decidedly separate from them.
Were they important bills?
I don't know. Are any of them important?
I mean, they are if they take away your rights.
Pretty much they all do that, though, don't they? In some varying degree. Why, like, if they're fucking around with the system, it's not to make it better for you.
I mean, all I'm saying is his nose changed shape and size. His ears went from Dumbo splayed out to like crooked, laid back.
Yeah, I mean that can be. You can have your ears pinned back. I know that's a thing. People do that. My aunt did that, but it's unusual to do that at this stage.
Why would he get a nose job that makes him look oafish even more so?
Why would, it's exactly. It's not. It doesn't exactly look like
his forehead doesn't match.
Yeah.
His jawline doesn't match. Even his teeth don't match.
The thing on the neck makes sense to have gone because that seemed like something that needed to be treated.
And then he lost 2 inches in height. They even updated his Wikipedia page. But if you go to the history of it, you can see they took 2 inches off his height.
We got to
You know how hard it is to replace a 6'8" retarded man?
Scott's like, next subject. So John Fetterman's fake. Wait, do we have anything else before we finish it up? Because it's like 4. What time is it for you guys?
It's fucking late for me. Well, there's only 1. It's 1 in the morning.
It's 10 here.
But I just got my premium.
Oh, you did?
It means I'm a real boy.
Hold on. There's something wrong with my. For fuck's sake. I'm so over StreamYard. I'll be back.
I'm surprised you guys haven't just like, put your big boy pants on and used OBS.
You can't stream together if you're doing OBS.
Yeah, you can. You can even use StreamYard to stream together and broadcast it through OBS. So you don't even have to have paid StreamYard.
What?
Like you can use the free StreamYard and make it think that it's not streaming and then broadcast it through OBS.
I'm sorry, I've had a stroke just trying to think about that.
Like when you connect on StreamYard and you're not streaming, it's not using your hours. At least it didn't back in the day. And people would just use
Wait. This one.
damn it, how long did I mute myself? But they used to run StreamYard as basically just like the way to talk to each other, and then they'd broadcast it through OBS. So they didn't even have to use paid StreamYard. I don't know if they've fixed that loophole, but
So, an interesting development has just happened, dear friends. Danny is locked out of his own stream. He just messaged me saying he can't get back in.
just another reason to be using open broadcast software.
Maybe.
Jesus Christ, that was a
is he
fucking
back?
pain.
Oh,
Look,
he's
this
back.
Brave won't let me back into the stream, so I had to open up Chrome.
Shit, even Cuck Eli knows how to use OBS.
Oh, it's just a guy he fucked with. Grandma's Boy podcast. What is your show about? Tell us about yourself. And I'll say Daniel, the Australian bloke here. He streams sporadically, and it's always a hoot. I stream every Saturday night on Rumble exclusively for Saturday Night Off the Rails. And you should. My channel is at Third Railify. Daniel's is at fucking who knows. And
hold on, I'm trying to get up. Mine is just at Daniel Clancy.
So you should
Everything's at
follow
Daniel
us
Clancy.
there, whether it be on Twitter, on Rumble, because I'm a big fan of Rumble. And
Okay,
tell
now
us
we've got-
about what you do. And so you say that your show is on every what'd you say, Tuesday to Saturday, so 6 a.m. Eastern. Jesus, 6 a.m. Eastern. Holy shit!
I joined your Discord. Now, what is it? Grandma's Boy podcast.
You joined his Discord? What are you gonna do? Fix that one up too?
He put it in the chat.
How many Discords are you a part of?
Like 50?
Quite a
Like
few.
70?
There's 2 that I manage. Well, and one of them's yours.
One of them's mine, yeah, and you're a fucking baller at it.
And there's another one that's quite a large server, but
He says, I'll follow you on Rumble. I'm exclusive to Rumble. You know what? Rumble's the shit, at least in my opinion. Danny's
Follow.
iffy on it.
Does he have a face? Let me play with his face.
I'm just iffy
I'll
on
give
it
him
in terms
titties.
of being a viable income stream. But other than that, it's a good. I'm really glad it's there. Oh, that's true. But you can just use OBS. Discord as a guest client thing, as an alternative. Some people use Zoom as well, but
We used to use
it's obviously-
Hangouts back in the day.
yeah, it's not gonna. Yeah, right. And it's not gonna come with a lot of the things that come with StreamYard, of course. But still.
Yeah,
Because all
but
of
you
the
can
encode
just
still has
you
to
can
happen on
just
your
make
end.
it have those things. Like
yes,
anything
but
you
you're
can
never
do in
gonna have-
StreamYard, you can
No.
cut and paste scripts into OBS to do the same shit.
Yes, but you can't replicate corporate server encode. You have to do all the encode on your end, and that's reliant entirely on your equipment at that point. And if you've got a shit GPU, you're going to have a shit stream. That's not an
He's
issue
taking
with
cheap
StreamYard
shots at your
or Rumble
your
Studio.
lunchbox computer, Sean.
Wait, what?
He's
No,
taking
OBS is
cheap
great.
shots at your computer.
My computer's
No,
fucking
I'm just
garbage. What do you say?
No, even like a medium range, like let's say an RTX 3070, that will struggle to do a stream. I know because I've got one, and so it's.
Sorry. What will struggle?
So
Sorry,
then
the graphics card?
how am I doing all of my streams then on this fucking little thing?
Because you're not doing the encode. StreamYard is. And when you go through Rumble Studio, Rumble servers are doing it.
Okay, good. Good.
But when you use OBS, you have to do it. Your computer has to do all the work.
All right, go
All
to
of it.
how many fucking okay, how many people does this fellow have? 175 followers. Good work. Grandma's
Good work.
Boy
More than
podcast.
fucking me. I got like 40. But you know, that's okay.
Because you know what? I will
40
say
on Rumble.
Hey,
growing
I've got
on
41
Rumble,
now.
Growing on Rumble is fucking hard. Anybody who says, "Oh no,
How the
growing
fuck
on
do I
Rumble,"
almost have 100 people on Rumble then?
because you're a hater community with that fucking your memes and shit. People love that.
Yeah, but most of them don't even go to Rumble unless it's a last resort.
Right. They do. That's true, isn't it? But
And I also post shit on my other sock account on YouTube where they tend to go there also instead of Rumble.
yeah, because they're already watching other shit.
Just
that's
so he
only on YouTube.
can't flag me.
Yeah, I bet you would get more followers there because there's more opportunities for people to go and find. Well, this can't make it to YouTube, so there would be more stuff that ends up just being exclusive to Rumble in that scenario, right?
I don't know. Honestly, like most of my videos on Rumble are unlisted because they're just like crap that I try to get Sean to play during streams.
Yeah, some of them are really fucking funny. Like really
I
funny.
have you seen the latest one, the autumn matchup?
No.
Of course you haven't. All right, well you have to play it because it's the anniversary of my death.
There's
I died for
44.
your grins.
You did.
I don't understand this dying thing. You had
All
a
right,
near-death
Jackie,
experience.
Give him the
No,
key
I
of-
literally was killed by the hospital, and they spent an hour zapping my heart into heart attacks with defibrillators, breaking all of my ribs with compressions, and fucking using the little
So you were
airbag
clinically dead. You were clinically dead for an amount
six
of time.
times over the course of 55 minutes before they stabilized me. The only thing that saved me was that they killed me in front of my mom, so they kind of had to keep going. And I'm not an organ donor, so I was worthless to them dead.
I got someone sent me an email the other day, like, become an organ donor. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Get out of me. Get out of my face, right?
Like literally, if you could
All right,
survive and they're not sure, they'll just start cutting those organs out because they have a very short shelf life of, before they die from lack of oxygen, and so plus the more they zap you, like the more it fucks them up. So
Plus, all my organs are fucked from drugs anyway.
well, I mean, look at COVID vaccines. Everyone's organs are fucked up now. But no, I literally died on Friday the 13th of October, and I woke up 28 days later from a coma, and my first words were, "I hope you guys release me before Halloween." And the nurse lady said, "Sure, it's almost Thanksgiving."
Bummer.
Yeah, I fucking missed
was gonna go
Halloween
so
last
hard.
year. I was literally the fucking living dead for Halloween
But you missed
with a
it,
fucking
dude.
with a fucking shitter tube and fucking 30 IV bags in me
Wait, you've got
and a
unlisted video
ventilator.
too?
I've got the ventilator scar to prove it.
Yeah, dude, we got nothing else, Mr. Scott. You can go to bed. We never had anything in the first place. I don't know what you came here expecting.
Jackie, you got good views on fucking on Rumble, eh?
I mean, I don't really try.
I mean, like 218 on this 4-minute video. Fucking
Good night, Mr. Scott. Thanks for coming, brother.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. We appreciate you being here. I mean, you have like views same or better than what I have on on my channel.
I mean, I think maybe it's the lack of like white chicks and dogs.
I don't get fuck. Oh, wait, how do I'm inserting the wrong screen?
All right, keep an eye out for me in the backstage. I'll be right back.
Okay. We're gonna wrap it soon.
Yeah, I need need
I said
to.
like ages ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Minnesota goodbye, as I was trying to mention to Scott. That's what we're in the middle of, the Minnesota goodbye right now. It takes a little while. We'll get there eventually. Anyways, podcast boy here says he's too offensive for YouTube. Man, you're in the right place then, because let me tell you, fucking
literally the most views I've ever got on here was like 325 views.
I got demonetized off of YouTube because
And the most I ever got on YouTube was like 3,000 views.
Oh, really? The most I got on YouTube was like 8,000.
Mm.
And that was on a video about a Democrat politician who was getting fucked hard on Chatterbait so she could raise money for her campaign.
Anything political.
She went under the name Hot Wife Experience or whatever.
It's anything political is next to impossible to get any views on.
Unless
YouTube.
it's
you just can't do it unless you're
unless
pre-approved like Tim Pool.
Unless it's a politician who was getting railed. Everyone wanted to see the Hot Wife Experience. That was my best video. I had to delete it because I was making the jokes. I was actually calling this woman names, and I think YouTube was like, "No, you can't call people names. You got to be more academic about it."
GB, we'll go with GB. Most got on YouTube is less than 100, but I've had 700. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the rules are anymore.
Okay, what's your podcast about? What is it that you talk about?
We could look at it.
We could look at it. I'm kind of interested because
Let's have a look.
So what GB has done here is just sort of insert himself into the chat, into the stream, got our
Someone needed
attention,
to.
and that's how fucking Rumble creators have to do it.
It is. That is. We have to.
You have to fucking fight. I have 206 followers. You have to fucking fight. Scrappy. It's hard to grow in
too. He's one of us too. It's about what the fuck ever.
Well, I'm sorry. I have to go get poked with a needle for 6.5 hours.
See, it's just chats.
MS sucks, guys. Don't let Big Pharma and the media fool you.
See, he's one of us. One of us.
Interesting.
On about Big Pharma and media shit. They're all fucking losers. He's one of us.
All right. Well, GB.
Oh, did you not? Oh, sorry, dude. I couldn't add. I thought you could add yourself to the stage.
Oh, Jackie?
Yeah, he's on mute now. Because I saw him pop up in the thing before, and then
yeah,
I fail at this.
Well, GB, add me on Twitter at ThirdRailify if you have Twitter. And maybe we'll get you on the show.
If you get him on the show, I'm gonna give him tits. I just saw his face.
Not.
What is the Rumble?
Yeah. Yeah. So
there's so many links here.
They
There's no Twitter.
will be magnificent tits.
Oh yes, there it is. Found it. Followed. It's just at Grandma's Boy Pod.
Oh.
Pretty simple. He managed to grab that one. Well done. Well, I was tricked into getting vaxxed. I'm confident. Oh, dude, I got the vax as well. But,
you guys need to have a fucking
exactly
conversation.
I feel for you guys. But even when I came out of a coma and they tried to vax me, I fucking punted that shit across the room.
You guys could probably have a wicked fucking conversation about that if you're comfortable enough.
On Rumble, yeah, because YouTube won't let it.
No.
God, MS from it.
It just destroyed my heart and my life, pretty much.
Pretty much.
I've only just get medication now.
So you're actually coming off the meds from it?
Yeah, in the last couple of weeks, I've just been really aggressive in getting rid of all that shit because I'm sick of being a slave to medication. But and I have But it's
Because if
been
you
very
died,
brutally uncomfortable and painful. And I'm like, there's still residual issues that are going unaddressed.
if you
But-
died, I'd be quite cross with you because
Was that an erection like reference?
Well, I won't die unless I like go and do running a marathon or something, right? Isn't that how it goes?
Or play football or anything.
Yeah, or stand up too fast. Although we have
something.
one rule on this podcast, we call it Twitter. Nah, it's all right. You can call it.
Fuck, dude. MS.
What?
No, just the thought of getting MS from it. Like usually you hear about like fucking the embalmers clots and myocarditis and shit, but
I had that. So
what is this fucking video you put in the chat?
that's the autumn mashup that you hadn't seen yet.
My goodness.
The what? Autumn brings the fall.
It's all of his AIs of making fun of me. Oh, I look like so nice as Snow White.
You don't get to watch it off the air, not during the stream. You gotta show the class.
But what about the music?
The music will kill you in YouTube.
Yeah, I have to mute it.
Like
The music will kill you in YouTube, so you can't. And the music makes it. We'll have to do it next Saturday on Rumble.
Well, I mean, we're on Rumble now. Just mute it on YouTube.
You can't.
Can't do that.
I have to kill the stream entirely on YouTube, which we.
And how many people were watching? Because I went there first. There was just me.
Well, I'm not doing that for the sake of your stupid little AI. So we're going to end the stream now anyway. So like, we've run out of time. But next time it probably will be on Rumble Studio, which means we can just flip backwards and forwards, which I do like about that. Which would mean we could do stuff like this easily.
Oh shit, man! He says that he got it because he was promised more time with his kids. Oh fuck, that gets me right in the heart.
So fucking aggravating. You know.
Oh, that gets me in the heart, man.
Wait. He's saying like the family courts, or his ex or something. Like who?
Either way, that gets me right in the heart because I'm a dad, and so dad stuff gets to me. That's my soft spot, my pink little underbelly. He says both. So the courts.
Who promised him?
He says both. So the ex and the courts probably going through the thing was like, hey, listen, you know what? We got this thing. You get vaxxed, you can have more time. And so this guy was probably a good dad. It was like, hey, you know what? Fine, I'll fucking crawl through broken glass for my kids. And so he kind of literally did, but in the arm. And then it was like, oh, great, I can have more time with my kids, but I got MS instead. You fucking cunts.
Michigan.
Oh God.
So what kind of court in some Michigan court convinced you? Who's the governor?
The court implied it. Yeah, see that fucking man.
Who is the governor over there? This is really upsetting because it's only just sort of said that you said MS before, and now I'm thinking, oh, actually,
pretend to get abducted.
What?
The governor that pretended to almost get abducted.
Yeah,
Gretchen Whitmer.
That one.
Yeah.
Is that her?
You know, the state that's been poisoning Flint, Michigan for like 5 decades.
She's a cunt.
Gretchen Whitmer is a cunt.
Yeah, dude, you might want to see my my fucking stream I did with Christina Urso. She's covering the Fednapping hoax. Yeah. So, anyways, GB, find me on Twitter at ThreadRailify, and then we'll hook up and you come on the show and we'll talk about all your stuff because that sounds like an interesting story.
So really, the courts like hinted that you would have more time with your kids if you got it.
That was common, bro. That was so common.
So that's fucking disgusting.
And then
I would be suing them in their own like personal.
You can't, because a lot of the
You
courts
can't, they've
took
got
what's known
immunity.
as judicial notice that the vax worked and was perfect. And because they took judicial notice, that meant you had no choice. And if this gentleman said, actually, you know what, maybe that's not right for me, the courts could very easily said, you're right, it's not right for you. But neither is being a parent, and they could have taken his kids away entirely, because that also happened so much.
You will never be able to mount a civil case.
See, and then people call me an extremist when I support like killing judges that are
But
corrupt.
you would never.
Whoa! No, we
that,
don't. We
would
don't do
we?
that. Oh no, we don't do that on YouTube.
But we don't
Definitely,
do
or at
that
all.
on YouTube. Thank God we're 3 hours in.
Look. The Second Amendment has one target.
Dude, no. You can't. I have to disavow because they will kill my channel.
Show. He would have pulled
I'm
the
not
entire
gonna
show.
sacrifice the whole channel just for that. I
my-
appreciate where you're going with this, but we can't do that here. Let's wrap it up because we're getting out of control now.
All right, you want to bring him back?
Can you?
Oh, my lungs.
I understand, but I stand by it.
Oh God, my lungs hurt.
Anyway,
Look, if it wasn't meant to,
no more justifications. Let's no more. Goodbye, guys. This is it. We'll catch you soon.